Allow the children to handle the budget.
It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
She
Off your mic.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, my ego don't come, oh, my ego diary politico, my ego don't come, oh, this man not the off in mind, my ego don't come,
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube.
Thank you very much for joining me. Remember the usual routine as you are joining. Before you finally settle down to start typing and, commenting, like the broadcast, share it. Read the caption and the description of the entire, broadcast if you can. I mean, you should. Then after that, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the session. Yeah. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them Mayegun to today, oh. Mayegun don't come.
Lórí YouTube. And yes, we like. Oh, Baba Bewure. And yes, we like. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. And yes, we like.
Thank you so much. I am going to use the first 5-10 minutes to say a special thanks to my friends, the Mayegun's friends, the members of the Temple of Truth. Share this broadcast. Thank you. I mean, good evening to you once again, good afternoon to you, and good morning to you. Last night, we kind of ended the program more or less like inconclusive. I know a lot of you will rather use tonight to talk about last night, but if you hear what has happened today, maybe you can join everything together. And when the time, when we get to that part where you are going to be able to phone in and make your contribution so that you won't miss anything. New development this afternoon. Just 2 days ago and yesterday, I kept telling you that these Apapa people, they have sent some people to Kano, and their mission is to get a court judgment that is going to nullify the candidature of everyone who became a candidate of Labour Party under Abure. I kept saying that, even though they attempted that today. The judge that gave such ridiculous judgments didn't last 2 hours. He denied. No, that's not my judgment. So I have a copy of the nonsense judgments on this program tonight. But before we get to that, you cannot underestimate the desperation of APC. Today in their court, Apapa people in Abuja, they sent a son, Seun, a senior advocate of New Sons. They call him Oba something, sha. Anyway, we'll get to his part. And he presented himself as the representative of the Labour Party. I am the lawyer of Labour Party. Who you be? Lawyer of who? But Labour Party already have lawyers here. We've already established that. Who are you? The argument started until the judge told him, if you are part of their team, go and sit where the legal team of Labour Party are sitting and listen to this proceeding, okay? You are not allowed to talk. You are not representing anybody here. You can go and join them in their team. Guess who that lawyer was today? He was the same lawyer that appeared on the last week during the start of the pre-hearing. You remember that political party that withdrew their petition against Tifnumbu? AA party, the first party to open the pre-hearing at their tribunal. AA's lawyer, and this man, they appeared at the same time, representing the same party. When the argument back and forth started, when it was taking too long, the court advised them, maybe you should withdraw your case. And this man that appeared today to represent Labour Party, this man quickly accepted that they should withdraw the petition. That was how AA political party withdrew their petition against Tifnumbu. The same guy appeared today for Labour Party. And you know the intention, Abi? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before we get fully into it, let me use this first 5 minutes to say thank you to all of you. You know, we're talking about me getting a camera. it is not because I have any camera, not that my camera broke or anything. But when I got this camera then, yeah, very expensive. My intention was that I wouldn't have to like bother about battery running out or changing battery and all that. The moment you plug it in is a broadcasting equipment, right? So from the start to finish, no matter how many hours I want to use, I don't have to really get up or be bothered. But lately, you have been seeing the flickering, like pa, pa, pa. This blackout. Sometimes it will just like go off completely, right? This is due to that, this battery nonsense. However, I have started kind of putting money away to get one. But in my way of explaining back to say, well, I'm so sorry, you just have to like bear with me. I'm going to get it fixed. It's going to cost me some, extra quid and all that. But good enough, all of you, the lovers of Mayegun. Mayegun, put it out here. We'll buy it for you. How much is the camera? Anyway, I found one. And it is indeed going to cost me £3,000 sterling. That's like a 3 million naira, right? Anyway, it would have, somehow from last night to this morning, the savings I was putting aside that was to take me a longer time, you shortened it last night. So between last night and, this morning, I have actually received, your contribution, your donation, your support towards this. That has actually crossed over £1,000 as we speak. I'll tell you this. I know a lot of you may not like your name to be mentioned, but I will find a way around it and still probably just mention your family, call out your first names. I received your kind gestures, okay? For example, Olorife, Shalom. I don't want to mention your real name. That is your media name. Thank you very much. I got that. Can you believe that? £153. That's what it came to. So thank you. Yeah. Okay. Then I have here. Halugo. Brother, I got your message too. And you said for your camera, Mayegun, that's a tenner, £10. I appreciate that. The gesture. God bless you. So I have here. She won't like me to say her name, but anyway, Sister Taiwo, I got your message. Can you believe that? Over £200, £202 from yourself. So thank you for that. The list is so long. Here I have another person. Sir Isaac. I won't probably say the other name. You know yourself. I got yours too. £153, right? All of this came through the PayPal. The list is long, like I said. I'm sorry if I didn't mention your name, okay? So what I have right now, at least from my friends, from Mayegun's friends, between last night and now, the ones that are actually like directly to me, not the ones I'm going to wait for, is now a total of £1,150. So what does that mean? It simply means that with £1,800, I'll probably be ordering my camera, a brand new camera, solid, 8K, 6K, 4K, and all that stuff by Tuesday next week. So thank you to every one of you. And on the screen as we speak right now, I have Boss Adebayo. Thanks so much for that. Your super chat on YouTube. I also have somebody else. I saw that earlier. Sorry, guys. Sister, Fumi Olemo, thank you for your super chat as well. So when you give me super chat, I don't get that until next month. I hope you know that. Thank you and bless you. Yes, let's get it kicking. Let me show you the beast. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should put a break in between so that for those who are going to be watching later, they can see that. So if you haven't really liked this broadcast, I am going to plead with you to do so. Like the broadcast, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Just a moment, it won't take long. Thank you. I'm so sorry if, the first part seems to be very long. Some of you didn't prepare for that, Abi. But from my own, culture, they say if you have to say thanks for the gift of, half dozen. So it simply means that you are opening the door for the gift of the full dozen or Quota and all that. Here you get. So thank you to every one of you who always make my egun stand out. I've got great equipment here. They are so kind of, ordinarily I won't probably put my money on them. But with the support of all of you, every now and then, I've been able to be like, until we fix start. Breaking news, what happened? Even though we were kind of following and monitoring what was going on in their election tribunal, like, let's see what the drama will be all about. I'm going to take you into that too. But breaking news, a judge in Kano, his name is, they call him Justice or Honorable Justice Yunusa, just gave a judgment, Nigeria media, that all the Labour Party candidates in Abia State, those who won election or those who lost election, it doesn't matter. If you became a candidate of Labour Party in Abia and Kano, forget it. It's null and void. Like, people were acting like they were surprised, but it didn't take long when people started digging that. Who is this person? What kind of judicial rascality is this? Why are they always kind of trying to create problems so as, you know what, to wear you out? Why is this establishment so desperate? Like, what is going on? So they started digging and they found this guy. Let me show you his face again. As the guy who gave the judgment. Who was this guy? Well, his story is a very long one. Okay? It started in 2007 when he was recorded making a deal on how to sell judgment in a case that he was the judge. By 2018, he was arrested by the EFCC. At that time, guess how much they arrested him for? 1.5 million naira bribe, just to give a favorable judgment to somebody who happened to be his friend that is standing trial for a crime that EFCC has. So they went to his court and they got a sort of a reprieve and all that. So EFCC went for him and they found out that he is stinkingly corrupt. That's not the news, so that's even like not the big thing. They found out that this guy no read law, he no go any law school, he was never called to bar. How did he become a judge? That became another set of corruption that was being investigated. It was recommended at the time for summary dismissal by the NJC. In fact, NJC recommended a summary dismissal from the Federal High Court. During this time, it was in Enugu, not even in Kano. But somehow, by 2021, this guy just surfaced from nowhere. They just posted him to Kano, reinstated, and he became a judge. Just last week, the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, they said they were amending the law that kind of appoints, the laws that backs appointment of a judge or judges in that state, because they found out that 98% of all those who are judges in that state, judges, so not lawyers or judges, so they didn't read law at all. And they have been there for years, giving ridiculous judgment, some of them making headlines enough that are so embarrassing, right? So in 2021, this guy got back his job and he continued to be a judge. And remember, when Apapa and Co, when they started their journey, I told you that I know these guys very well. They are not just like, don't call them just rabble-rousers. They are like people with the people with leprosy. Adete, the lepers. They may not be able to milk a cow, but they can indeed spill the entire milk in that bucket. Because it is their way. Every 4 years, this is what they do. It's like their job, their scam. They've never been taken national. This whole job have been done at the state level. Nobody hear about all their victims because they will say, "Sure, you won't win before ni. Maybe you know you can't win. So what is all the noise?" For the first time, they were given the assignment that is no longer of state, national. Of course, they have judges. They give them the lawyers, Sano, and everyone, okay, to work with them and get injunction here and there. At least just dabaru everything. That's what they do. They've got nothing to lose. So what happened? This judge gave that judgment, and everybody was like, what does that even mean? I'm gonna know, he has denied though. But what does that even mean? Let me now tell you. I haven't told you the background of this criminal, right? Who is a judge in Kano. Now, you see this particular one, they said it is about the time that all of you who joined Labour Party, the time you joined Labour Party and you became members of Labour Party, candidates of Labour Party, as well as the time frame given to political parties by INEC to submit their members register, like political parties will submit their members register. So I've been a membership register. Anyway, their register, they will submit that to know who and who are their members. So they say their INEC law says they must submit that register within 30 days. Okay, within 30 days before their political or their primaries. So when Obi and so many of you, the obedient, who became their candidates, when they joined, it was like 4 or 5 days before the end of that period. So you get that 30 days, that closing window. Now, what Aburi and his gang, what Apapa and his gang are now leveraging on with this lawyer, this judge, Yunusa, is that Aburi's exco that gave the waiver to Obi and everybody, they violated the Electoral Act of Nigeria. They also violated section this, section that, subsection nonsense and subsection nonsense, right? So they took it to Yunusa. Now, normally, if you sue anybody, if you take anybody to court, at first, you have to write all the parties involved. Now, listen to this. They said the court should disqualify all of them who got a waiver because their names are not in the membership register. So you get that the court should nullify their candidature. So you get, which means that they are not members of Labour Party, they are not candidates of Labour Party. Even if they have won an election, Labour Party doesn't know them. So they pleaded with Yunusa. Yunusa, in that list, I'll show you. I think I still have it here. Sorry, guys who are on TikTok, you will not be able to see this, okay? So, in part of his judgment, right, he said, it was meant to call all of those candidates, Labour Party candidates in, in Abia and Kano. They were supposed to be joined in that case. Are you with me? Then, the Abure ESCO that gave them waiver, the Labour Party should be joined in that, yeah? No. Guess those that they list. Also, If you now say the court should disqualify them, when there's possibly a tribunal case, Abi, if you ask the court to disqualify them, what would then happen to the certificate of return given to him after they declared him winner? Would he return it to INEC and INEC would do another election, or all of them will have to give the certificate to the next winner, which mostly are PDP in Abia? So what was the plan? What was the prayer? So this is why when you sue all of those parties, they will send representatives. They will look at all of it. Some of them will start fighting for jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is that, should this court self even have jurisdiction to try this case? Does it, to hear this case? This court, do you even have jurisdiction to hear Kano court listening to Abia case court? Even though it's federal court, but they said federal courts, the federal judges or federal high courts, they are meant to advocate. No, they have all these legal terms they always use. Anyway, let me use my own. That they have control any case within their region. Sure, you get, like you have 6 regions now. There are 6 regions of Nigeria. They have the federal high court in all of them. So if you have any case that concerns and borders on the eastern Nigeria, for example, you will take it to the high court in eastern Nigeria. Now from that high court, then you can then go to appeal court in Abuja and Supreme Court elsewhere. Sure, you get. Anyway, they will have to argue that. So let me re-explain that for you. If you accuse somebody, if you charge somebody to court, you have to tell them, I'm taking you to court. They need to know. That's the procedure. So, and you must prove that you have notified them. And their name must appear on the charge case, because any decision the court will take to affect them, you must put their names on the list. So what they did was that they approached Yunusa. And Yunusa, they told Yunusa to tell Labour Party and INEC to reject the names of all these people because they are not legally nominated. Are you listening? They say one Alhaji in Kano. Alhaji in Kano took a case and sued Labour Party that their candidate in Abia should be disqualified and nullified. Anyway, when the judgment came, so partly, especially part 9, where he said, he actually, like, from his own judgment, where he said, the candidates that participated in the election in Abia State are not parties before this court. As such, the court lacks the jurisdiction to make an order for the issuance of certificate of return to them. They are, however, at liberty to seek the said redress in the appropriate division of court. Now, it is called judicial rascality. Here you get. Yunusa, known for his regular, criminal, corrupt way, and being a very good candidate to do their bidding. Here you get. So they went to him. He issued that order. Then he now felt like, okay, sorry, I didn't know. That's not what I meant. What I just meant was to explain to. Now, here is another twist. According to their law, they said if political party nominate candidates for election, after their primaries, you have 14 days to take them to court, that party. If you want to go to court, you have 14 days after the primaries to challenge the process. After 14 days, you can't do it. The court can't do anything for you on the case anymore, like nothing. But they know that the media that wanted the rider, breaking news, they have disqualified this and that. They didn't wait to scrutinize it. So from that same judgment, the guy was saying, I don't have jurisdiction, even though I have nullified, I have answered your prayers, because you said we should nullify them. I have nullified them, they are not candidates, but I don't have jurisdiction, to say other people who contested the election in Abia, once the Labour Party who won Abia, once we take their certificate of return back, we give them to the people who came second. I don't have that power. But these people that you are mentioned, that you are talking about, after seeing this, my judgment, they can take it and use it. So you know what I mean? Yeah, go and use it in inside the tribunal and say a court said they have nullified the candidacy. But again, that's the breaking news. But you see, when a crime is committed or a crime is being investigated, to get to the root cause of that problems, right? Or any crime committed to get answer to all your questions, right? The first thing you're going to be looking for is the motive. Now, in this political drama, you have to look at the characters who are instituting all these bogus court cases. And there are judges who are entertaining them, issuing all these orders. You get what I mean? Judicial rascality. Thank you very much. So they have those who are issuing these orders, like I said, and what you need to do is just to start putting them, like, it's going to be like putting characters together. For example, you can say, okay, this is bottle that represents the role of the police. This is, this is a kind of a glass cup. Okay, a glass cup that would be to represent, the role of the judiciary, the role of this or that, and then you get to see the motive. What am I saying? People who had the chance for the first time, in a long time, a political party that claimed to be the workers civil servant workers party, the one that ordinarily you would think should have an easy ride with the workers in Nigeria. I mean, politically, but for years it's been a briefcase political party for those who are running away from the two bigger party. Sure, you get. And when you run to them, they are willing and ready to milk you, scam you, and dump you. So for the first time, you have a national acceptance. You have a movement that decided to use you as a vehicle. Why would you want to be a saboteur for that? Why would you pretend that you didn't know what suddenly popped Labour Party to this national and international limelight? Why should anybody within the political party be instituting cases to withdraw all of the court cases where the political party is challenging electoral fraud against them and their members, rather than coming together, forming a strong bond, taking advantage, and for the first time, have a shot at taking their own destiny, having their own destiny in their own hands as workers? But unfortunately, they are as corrupt as anything you can think of. So this time around, they have decided to be those who are going to weaken that same movement, and it's becoming a problem now. The motive. What is the motive? They said Labour Party shouldn't be in court. APC said go to court. Abi? Now you are in court. Now they are saying no, you shouldn't be in court. They are saying that the obedient are obedient. They are now kind of fighting the same people who popped them or who brought them to limelight. If not because of obedience, Abi, those who are paying these guys today will not give them money. They'll be worth nothing. They'll be worth just the same suya and gouda that they give to them. And sometimes it'll be just, transport money. Give them 1 million naira. Look at them flying private jet up and down. Paying senior advocate of Nigeria in Nigeria, if you hire one, if you put them on a retainer, like on a case that can be like forever, you will be paying them between 15 and 25 million naira every month. Apapa and co, because of obedience, their value increased in the hands of their roguish criminal leaders in Nigeria. And guess what? They are down for the kill, who destroy everything. That's exactly what they are out for. Out for the kill. So what is the motive? The motive is to weaken all of you who join them in Labour Party. Weaken your your political chance, weaken your political, you've disrupted the political space already. Now they are gaslighting you. Imagine the people in your own political party gaslighting you, telling you that the way you are talking to APC, they don't like it. The way you are criticizing and talking about PDP, they don't like it. Your own party, that they are now facing the people who brought them to limelight. So motive is to weaken you. That's it. So every character involved, that is the pure motive. It is criminal. Because if to say Nigeria is a real place, by now, these guys would have been investigated. All their bank accounts, all the bank accounts of those who are with them, all the things they would have monitored them enough to realize that those funding them, who are those giving them money, from which party to, you know what I mean? All of this would have become public. Even Nigeria media, all of now will be yahoo, doing yahoo in Nigeria. You cannot do your background check on these guys, release their bank statement to the public, release things that will show that here is the funding. These are the things that should be breaking the internet. But everybody is just watching the drama like Netflix. Hey, Apapa, the motive. And the point here is this. All of these are they are not going to help Nigeria. They are not going to keep people short. All of these things are not going to scare people away. If you have not noticed, it is these things are actually radicalizing people. The last set of people who believe in Nigeria, the obedient, are the ones you want to suffocate. Before you know it, if half of them alone says they are done with Nigeria, what will come next? You will not be able to handle it. But I encourage you to continue. Please continue. Continue to try to suffocate and force them out using violence, intimidation, and so many other legal, judicial rascality. Telling them that you are smart, you have the power. So why should you be against your own candidate that you are everywhere in different courts, asking courts to throw out all of their cases, challenging the people that have, oh dear. I mean, I know it's a rhetorical question. It's a question that sometimes we all know the answers to. So a few days ago, or should we say 3 days ago, the drama that happened at the tribunal in Abuja, where Peter Obi's lawyers and Peter Obi's people, the Labour Party people, got confronted by this Lamidiot A-pampers. Because I think that's even better. Sure, you get. You can call him Ishawuru, you can call him Babalawo Wolf. But it is easier to just call him Lamidiot A-pampers. It's plural, I know. It's not, it's plural. But yeah, A-pampers. So everybody is asking, what is your goal? What is your intention? A day will tell you, Peter Obi is a liar. I'm going to expose him. Peter Obi denied me. Tomorrow he would say, anybody that says that they cannot inaugurate Tifnumbu, that person must be arrested. Peter Obi must be arrested for not being able to tell his supporters not to say that they will not recognize Tifnumbu as president. Obedience says they are not recognizing him as president. He is illegitimate president to them. And for that, that is their belief. But this A-pampers, Lamidiot, wants Peter Obi, their own presidential candidate, to be arrested for treason. He said it, and he's still going to say more. So when he showed up in court, he's had this personality that people are kind of, it's just like, you just going to feel like, why are you doing this? What is the end goal? So he appeared 3 days ago, and it didn't go down. I mean, it didn't go well. It didn't end well. So they had to rescue Apapa out of the place. You know the rest. Then Apapa said he was fighting, that he is still fighting for his own right. That because he's fighting for his right, he will go back to that court today. That's today. Apapa lost court, Lenio. He was in court today. Lovetina, kind heart. Indeed, you have a kind heart. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that super chat. Bless you. Thank you. So yeah, somebody is asking. No, if you really want to support my camera purchase and all that, please, it's voluntary. Oh, sure you get. It's not like we need to. No. It's voluntary. So if you really want to, there is a PayPal link. That one comes straight to me. Super chat and the rest of them are what I'm going to get next month. Not even this month, okay? But I appreciate I'm still going to get them anyway. Sure you get. So yeah, if you really want to reach out, there is a Cash App link on the screen. There is a PayPal link as well, and I'll drop that sometimes. Okay, so thank you. Thank you very much. You're all far too kind. Seriously. Right, so Apapa said he would go to that court today because he's fighting for his right. Now, so the obedient said, if they burn you well, come to that court. All of this were happening online, offline. Now, so the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the ombudsman slaves, the sophisticated morons, the all-risers, the ass lickers, the crumb eaters, crumb chasers, and the rest of them. Now they are going to become Abuja sewage dwellers, by the way. Somebody said, Mayegun, what's the name you are going to give to them once they go to that Abuja? I was like, well, they are going to be the sewage dwellers in Abuja. They're going to be crawling everywhere. And a lot of you in Abuja, you're going to be having clashes with them. They will become the Lagos Abobakus in the next few days. They will become your city, no, don't call them city anyway. Just sewage dwellers. I'll find other more accurate ones to describe them. Because that's exactly what happened. They said, tomorrow we are going to fight for Apapa. Apapa, A-pampers' life also matter. Lamidiot's life matter. A-pampers' life matter. When did APC start fighting for Labour Party? What's going on? Of course you do know what's going on, right? But they didn't show up as expected. The obedient were there. Let him come to court again today to come and try this nonsense. Making right in will, Omo. But when Apapa showed, he showed up no agbada, no cap, no nothing. Just smart aluta khaki. Like a typical NLC. But with his gold, he has this golden shoe. Be like crocodile skin. Golden crocodile skin shoe. Money don't they anyway. With those who look like DSS. Security. Apapa. Ijawa Ijausi. Check your screen. I will leave DSS. Are this one DSS or waiting? DSS, okay. Anyway, people don't give them name. I don't know, maybe those are the APC thugs that they gave blacks. Anybody where they in Nigeria now, once you see somebody, if you want to, even if you don't have money, let me tell you this trick, although I don't know if you should try it too, but this trick, call 4 of your pals, right? If you have a car, and you have, let's say, you are working on the island, for example, in Lagos, and you are tired of police harassment and all of that. You are so tired, Abi, because you are driving a nice car. But you have some of your friends who also drive nice cars and all that. So pick one car, one nice one. Tell the rest of your friends, if you have up to 3 or 4 who work in the same island, Abi, wait till they call them. Tell them to dress in black and white and get themselves shades, dark shades, every morning. One will sit with you in the front. One will drive. One will sit in the front. You will sit in the back. And one will sit next to you. Let them dress like these guys. There is no SARS that will stop you. Are you with me? SARS will not stop you. Police will do like this, okay? Because they will be like, now only God knows who that person be. If he be the son of a minister like that, you will live your life normally. You will live like, you know what I mean? Let them also have swaggo. Let them have swaggo. Nobody should go be like, So Apapa appeared today in a Land Cruiser Jeep, Toyota Land Cruiser, with about 3 guys who look like DSS, but they are like a security, sandwich in between them, and they were there. Apapa didn't go to the petitioner stand again. No, he didn't go there to go and argue. Alaye just walked to the audience. He just wanted to show to all of us on social media that I told you I will go there. Nothing will happen. So instead of no passing boundary, as he enter, I'm gonna show you. I guess small video. Let me see if I say, yeah. Take a look. Did you see that? It was like somebody who is like, just hope they will not come here and come and attack me here. Even the 2 security guys who pretended to be security guys, or maybe they are security guys anyway, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to dwell much on that. It's quite funny. It's kind of funny. So he appeared, and Obi also appeared for himself.
Did you see these 2 pieces of the but whichever one starts, we can always the ones to start if you want. Just choose. I told you I said you're very stupid for your interest. Okay, I will see.
So Ozekome, that's Atifku's lawyer. Obi was passing and he was like greeting her. Yeah, they are like talking and all that. Because Atifku's case came first before that of Peter Obi. So the summary of Atifku's case, when they called the petition. Now, let me tell you something. What they are doing right now, so for the sake of everybody watching this, you need to understand what stage they are right now in that their tribunal, okay? Not just all the buzzwords, the laughs, and all of the other ridiculous things that are just distractions, okay? So in that their court, the stage they are right now is, remember, the petitioners who accuse Tifnumbu of rigging, they have to state where and where Tifnumbu rigged, okay? And they must say that they have evidence. Also, they also submitted what they call the prayers, that after all the evidence, if all the evidence are accepted and proven, okay, this is what they want the court to do. Those are called prayers. Part of the Obi has 5 prayers, okay? One of them is Tifnumbu did not win if they count the original number, okay? Therefore, INEC announcing him as winner, they've announced the wrong winner. So if he can prove that, that simply means that he wants himself to be declared the winner. No other election. Then he is also there to say Tifnumbu is not qualified with all other evidence and all that. He is not qualified, and we can prove it for this, and that, forgery, perjury, and the rest of that. Now, by so doing, if the court accept all the evidence, Kolu will be disqualified. Sure, you get. So if he is disqualified and the certificate of return, all of that means that they will order for a rerun. Now, ordering for a rerun means Obi is saying that if the court is not satisfied that he scored the majority of the valid vote enough to declare him winner, they should conduct a different election, which is a rerun. And that rerun will not include Kolu because he's not qualified at all to even participate. That's part of Obi's prayer. Atifku is asking similar prayers too. So you see all these prayers, they are there as part of the petition. So when you submit that your petition, they will call you the petitioner. Now you the petition. You see, Tifnumbu, everybody the petition against is the respondent, somehow the defendant. So what Tinubu lawyer will do then is they will start reading all of the allegations of rigging, of forgery, of crime, of dual citizenship, of corruption, all those things. They will start responding to them in writing, their response. They will be responding to them one by one. The prayers, they themselves will now push their own prayer and say, after responding to all of these allegations, my Lord, we want you to throw all the petitions out. and declare our candidate as the duly elected president. You see, their own prayer is different from the prayers of Obi Atiku now. That's the difference. Now, you see all these writings that they put together, sometimes they can be as many as 200 pages. They contain the responses, the replies, the references, and so many things that are there already. They are the case. So after you submit all of that to the court, then they do what they call pre-hearing. So what they are doing now is called pre-hearing. They haven't started the case proper. This is where they decide what are they going to take to the case proper. What are the, so which means everything that Obi's lawyer, Atiku's lawyer, everything they wrote in their petition, they will be reading them out. The lawyer will be reading them out. Tifnumbu's lawyers, they will be reading their own response out. So they will now be arguing it out in front of the judge. So once the judge admits all of their briefs and everything, then they will now choose a date when the normal, defense this or that will happen, which you get to the prayer part. So part of what the Atiku's lawyers are asking for right now, one, to have full access, 100% access to the documents that INEC used in the elections in declaring Tinubu winner. So they want to see it because they have their own, that their agents on the field collated. And they want to see the one INEC declare, which they said is complete fraud. So Peter Obi, the same thing. He wants the INEC to give them 100% of the documents so that they as well can compare the figures and all that with everything they have too, with other proven fraudulent cases like the rigging. So that is the stage they are now. So what happened this morning? When Atiku's lawyer and Atiku's team, when they were kind of exchanging that, it got to a stage that they started embarrassing the Tifnumbu's lawyer. You know what happened? Tifnumbu's lawyer, they were quoting the laws that the National Assembly of Nigeria have already amended. Imagine writing your defense in a rigging, in a controversial election like this to the tribunal, and you are quoting the laws that are already amended, no longer in use. And the judges are correcting Tifnumbu's lawyer. No, I think that one is amended now. That section has been amended. Do you want to read it? Maybe you should check it. Inside court. Sorry. That section you are quoting, it has been amended though. You know, that kind of a thing. Embarrassingly. And they begin to say, oh, okay, my lord. Okay. It became so embarrassing, right? That they decided that, okay, maybe they should take a break in order to to recheck all their briefings, all their responses. Tifnumbu's lawyers, so that they can then come back and respond properly to Atiku's petition. So Atiku's lawyer now said, no, my lord, 5 minutes break is okay. Sure, you get 5 minutes break is okay. All they need to do is to go and check wherever they needed to. We know how this thing is done. There are people who can put all this together for them. Tifnumbu's lawyers were asking the court to adjourn it till Monday to give them time. And my lord, you know that we will soon go for the Jumat prayer. The Jumat prayer is just a few hours away, my lord. And we don't want to keep you here for too long. So we want to ask you to postpone or adjourn this till Monday. The Atiku's lawyer were like, no, 5 minutes is okay. Let's sort it out now. Don't let us waste any time. There's no time to waste. Let's use every time that we have now to cover ground on this tribunal. So the judges returned and they said, you know what? Don't worry about us going for Jumat or not going for Jumat. Okay? We'll adjourn. We'll give you time, but we'll adjourn till tomorrow, Saturday. But my lord, we are just trying to consider your own comfort, my lord. We know that there are too much for you to do now, my lord. So that's why we asked for that Monday. No, don't worry about us. That was what the justice told Tifnumbu's lawyer. No, don't worry about us. Meet us here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., so that you can bring back your brief. So people are beginning to say, maybe they just want to drag, delay and get Tinubu sworn in. Sure you get, before they finally like radabaru everything, ruin the entire case, and you know what I mean? That's the end of it. Because it doesn't seem that Tinubu's lawyers actually take this tribunal thing serious. I swear. For those who have taken their time to read and follow up all their responses, it doesn't seem like they take it. It's like they are just like, well, make it not just be like, say we no respond. We don't. This one is a done deal. It's a gone case. Make Obi go wait for 2031. That's what they are telling him. Go and wait till 2031. This one is a done deal. Nothing anybody can do about it. Tinubu's lawyers and their defense is pretty much like, let's just put it there. Like, it's not serious. That's exactly what they also exhibited during Obi's time, when they called Peter Obi's case. Now, when they called Peter Obi's case, that's another drama. You know what happened? I'll show you. This one a short one, but now so this man showed up and he said he's Labour Party lawyer. The same guy who was AA lawyer that withdrew the AA party's petition against Tinubu last week. The guy appeared today with their wig and everything, and he said he is representing Labour Party, sent by Apapa. Lamidiot sent you. Sorry for the poor quality. Somebody recorded it. Please watch.
It's coming to cause an infection. You can sit here, you go. Exactly. Exactly. As the code pleases. My mom will get time. Because somebody's father. Somebody's father. They just embarrass somebody's father. I said this that they will bring a lawyer. The shame. God, I never seen this kind of thing before.
This guy just rose up and he said he's representing Labour Party. Baba, who you be? Nobody knows him. Nobody actually, you know. Ashe. Like Yunusa. Like this guy too. They said the guy was once Rochas Okorocha's lawyer. And is a sant too. A notorious one. Once accused of kidnapping somebody's daughter in Imo State, using his legal backing. And you see, when they say kidnapping, it's like forcefully taking somebody's daughter and taking them to your house, and nobody can take them back until the father of the young girl died on this, and they are still keeping the daughter because he's that powerful, like he's that criminally connected. Is a member of APC, like a card-carrying member of APC. The guy just showed up and he said he's a Labour Party lawyer. And he was there to represent Labour Party. And he was there to, they didn't even let him finish. Baba, who you be? You the mentor, ni abi you misroad, you the craze ni. Which kind of nonsense be this? What is all this nonsense? Apapa they call now, they look, see his face. Let me see if I still have that clip. See his face. Oh, I don't have it anymore. Sorry, I've deleted it. He was there looking like Kilo Veshele, waiting to go happen. And they said, listen, Mr. Man. If you are a Labour Party lawyer, you are going to be one of the Labour Party's lawyers. Labour Party's lawyers. You can't be Labour Party's lawyer. Because we already established all their lawyers here. We already know them. They haven't written to us that somebody else is taking over. So, no, please don't waste our time. If you are here for Labour Party, go and join their legal team there and sit with them and listen to this conversation. Now, so then shut down the Sansando that Lamidiot A-pampers brought to. So it would have been a different ball game today again. You know, a drama that won't be that of Apapa. Apapa was protected. It's like they envisaged. Maybe people will react. Now, let me tell you this. They envisaged that maybe people are going to mobilize themselves because as the court proceeding was going on, we were receiving a live feed of what is going on inside that court, right? Majority of them couldn't make us videos, but they are releasing live feed. The conversation between the judge, all the panel members, the judge and the lawyers. People were kind of like, feeding the whole information, the whole conversation out. So if somehow, the tribunal justice also, they allowed him to make mockery like they did with AA party last week, yeah? So the breaking news would have been somebody as I judge as the lawyer of Labour Party now, just like Apapa entered the court 2 days ago, claiming to be the chairman and they must vacate the seat for him. And the drama that followed, the beating that followed. So Apapa was like, no be me they go beat today. Now that lawyer they go beat. And maybe they will respect him because in get weak for head. Maybe they will respect him. But if they leave this lawyer, because everybody will know that Nami sent this guy. So in case if they start beating this lawyer, then this security guard, these two guys, they have a job. I no get cap, I no get agbada, easy to move, easy to fly. If na window, if na anywhere, they say make a follow, I am ready. So it was there waiting like that. When the guy was talking, the whole conversation didn't last 2 minutes. I'm serious. The guy didn't even introduce himself, his name or anything. They called him Unknown Sand. Remember that it was after the hopeless Uzodigba, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State. It was after hopeless Uzodigba became the governor of Imo State that you started hearing about unknown gunmen, unknown gunmen, unknown men, ungun this and that. Always remember that, oh. Today, they sent unknown Sand, unknown lawyer that didn't introduce himself. And the whole conversation did like 2 minutes. Sorry, guys. I am going to go and fix my battery. You see why I need a new camera now? I am talking and then my camera, 1 hour is over. One of the batteries is off. So I'm going to need to quickly switch. Now, when I get my camera next time, I would never have to worry about any of my own stuff, any of my broadcasts just switching off like that. Like, Nepati Munolo. Here you get. Nepati Pano. So they have a lifespan of an hour each. I've got about 3 of them for the 3 hours program. So don't worry. I'm used to that. I just don't like it anymore. Standing up to go and change battery. Nah. I don't like that anymore. I already have them to serve me for all my duration time and I'm fine. So if they want to escape, if they know if he beats lawyer, these guys know me. They will come for me. These guys will protect me. That was exactly what Apapa, I believe, was going on in his head here. But the guy didn't last 2 minutes. So the entire plot, the entire scheme collapsed in just 2 minutes. And they just continued their conversation like. So what happened? Obi versus Steve Numbu, court case, tribunal. The same thing. Exchanges and the rest of that, you know what I mean? Like, okay. And Steve Numbu's lawyers, again, they began to look for delay tactics again. Yeah? Like, we couldn't find a particular document that was supposed to be filed. Oh, that particular one they are talking about, they didn't tell us before. We didn't know about it. We can't let them present that. Oh, then we need to cross-check this and that. My lord, we need you to please adjourn this case. Adjourn, bawo, shen shireni. Adjourn to where? Why are they paying you guys when all you come here for is just do some little demonstration and what have you, and then they ask for adjournment? What's your game? Anyway, so the summary of their court case today is that they did their best to buy time. But as we speak, they are still pretty much like, entering everyone's petition, their response, the evidence they want to present, which of them the tribunal will accept, and all of that. So now, the court resume again 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. But outside the court, where the wahala gongo is brewing, at first, They said the police were like, this time around, they stopped people from gaining access in. Something like this.
Let's calm down. Let's hold on. Let's see what this man is trying to do. I don't know you. I don't know. They should take out the stuff. Calm down. We don't have problem with the police. We don't have problem with police. Police is our problem. Let us calm down. It's now. I love your energy, but calm down. I will Mr. Man. Let's calm down. Yes. Let us talk. Let's get one voice. They are also human beings. They have fun.
They wanted to be in the court, but somehow they got fenced. Some eventually got to know. This was like early stage and all that. We don't want problem. We don't want your problem, man. Please, stay here. You cannot go, you know. However, there is this press conference or press release. I know you don't like listening to these guys or something, but I kind of want you to listen to the wardens. It's the wardens, what they are saying. Now, from what they are saying, they get the drift, where the message is coming from and where the intention is going. It's not hard. And it is Arabambi. It didn't show up in court today. It's like they downsized in preparation for whatever was going to happen in that court today. I want you to listen to this. It's a long listen, okay? Please. And you can still like the broadcast if you haven't already. We are currently over 3,200, right? So if half of you decide to pay their offerings, right, that will take us to over 1,500, 1,700. So maybe we should do that, right? Hang on. Let's go to outside that court again before I take you to Arabambi's nonsense, okay? Outside that court, a guy who is, they say he's from Oshun, but lives in Ibadan, a Yoruba guy, woke up this morning on this issue of this drug baron, drug dealer, drug this, it cannot be our president, cannot be our this and that people are saying everywhere. And I've told you this, that a lot of Tifnumbu supporters, they see obedience, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Fulani, whether you are Igbo, whether you are Ijo, wherever you come from and you are one of these obedient. According to the Lagos Abobakus, this APC, especially the xenophobic Yoruba APC, every obedient is Igbo. Unagoyeramo. You are, I mean, a lot of you have seen bigotry before. A lot of you are currently experiencing it and you are so alarmed. Abi, you are going to see what a weaponized bigotry means when Kolu is sworn in. All of you will understand better what is called weaponized bigotry, weaponized xenophobia. Now, to them, whether your name is Mayegun General, it doesn't matter. That you are Yoruba, it doesn't matter. If you therefore say you are supporting Obi, you are obedient, you are Igbo. Your mama na Igbo or your papa na Igbo. Somebody, one of your family generations, if you don't get any generation, we get any connection with it, they will manufacture one for you. Even if you are Hausa, Fulani, anywhere you come from, all this you have seen so far, Nigerians who have rejected these criminals and terrorists. So they narrow it down. Anything obedient is Igbo. And look at this young guy. He woke up this morning, 7:07 a.m.
nínú ayé. And he tweeted this. Let's kill all the Igbos. Let's flush them out of Yoruba lands. I hate these people with passion. They are violent people. They are worst. They hate us. Let's hate them without holding back. This is an institution, Xenophobia. You are about to see it properly. Let us chase the Igbos out of Yoruba land. The Igbos hate us. Let us hate them back. A young man woke up early in the morning because of APC, because of politics. He slept and woke up. And guess what? There are so many like him. Baba, nice one, Jare. Don't worry. Wait till Ashiwaju come in. We are going to show them. We'll send them all out of Abba. I said something about self-preservation. We need to preserve our land. We need to preserve. The Igbos are coming to take our land. I've done so many series on it too. When I was doing them, some people thought I was doing that in order to be in the good book of the Igbos. I said, ignorance is so costly. Very, very costly. Ignorance. A lot of you think what Nigeria has become right now, somehow, by going about with ethnic identity, religious identity, they are likely going to spare you from the consequences of this bad leadership that you have in Nigeria, the bad governance, and in fact, the divided Nigeria you have today. Identity politics, identity, they won't save you. They don't save anybody. Whether you are Muslim or Christian, you are meeting or your untimely death in the hands of different criminals that are not even being arrested or prosecuted for their crimes. They are being rewarded for them. Whether you are from the south or you are from the north or you are from the east, you are facing the same palpable, extinction, the fear of extinction in the hands of those criminals who are supposed to keep you safe. And they don't give a damn. You're actually like, we are facing different life-threatening, consequences in Nigeria in different ways. So whether you are Christian or Muslim, whether you are from the north or from the south, whether you are Yoruba or not, whether you are Yoruba or Igbo, everybody is having his own share in a ruined, destroyed, mismanaged, impoverished Nigeria. So self-preservation starts from wealth redistribution. Today in Yoruba land, the 5 Yoruba or 6 Yoruba states that we have today, we have numbers of millions of our own supposedly educated young children who are currently jobless, living in poverty. A lot of those who have become political vuvuzelas, they have become political vuvuzelas because of the crumbs that they either promised or they are getting from these criminals, which is indeed due to the poverty, consequences of a bad governance. So nobody is actually spared. You are not spared. So wealth redistribution means when the wealth of the land is in the hands of the sons and daughters of the land, and they are benefiting from it to the point that even visitors are thankful and grateful that they are partaking in that sort of a beautiful wealth created by those rogues. But that's not what you have in Yoruba land. That's not what you have. They turned you to agberos. They turned you to political ushers, vuvuzelas. They turned you to, most of you, they turned you to suffering and smiling sufferers, even abroad. That if you have a chance, if Nigeria is better, if Yoruba land is better, you won't be in abroad right now. You will not be in America. I won't be in the UK. Sure you get? But the resources and the goodies of the land is in the hands of the few The few that has kept the rest of you enslaved by offering you peanuts every now and then to make you just kind of stay alive, don't die yet. You are poor. You are supposed to be kind of, in the midst of a plenty. You are poor. And you don't know that the only people you are protecting are those criminals who have stolen everything from you. Look at how you are living. Where is the wealth of Yoruba land in your lives? How can you differentiate Yoruba versus those who are not Yorubas by saying, oh, they have special privilege, because they are Yorubas? Yoruba politicians are the multi-billionaires, not the Yoruba businessmen, not those who are actually creating jobs or should be creating jobs, contributing to your economy. They are not those who are the billionaires. Your politicians are the billionaires who have nothing, absolute nothing of value they are adding. When you go to so many places that you will never believe, you'll find Yorubas. Yorubas are there, hacking it out, suffering, struggling, trying to just get something because they've run away from Nigeria. So where is the wealth of Yoruba land in the hands and the lives of all of you? Even you who are APC, where is the wealth of the land? Where is that special privilege being Yoruba that makes you different from the rest of Nigeria? Or self-preservation is preservation of the stolen wealth of your criminal leaders, Abi? That turned you to Yoruba Ronu. The really Ronu that you should have to Ronu is to Ronu about your lives. What are you doing with your lives? What are you doing? Have you kind of lost it completely that this is the only thing you have left? Shouting about APC, shouting about PD because, apart from that, you are done for. They've taken everything from you. Anyway, it's a matter of a choice anyway. So there are those who are, no matter how bad it is, they are ready and willing to get paid. Are you with me? Look at this one, so they probably can't even read all those things are written on those cards or boards. But they offer them for 500 naira. 500 naira. Look at them, young people in Abuja. Almajiri, Abuja. To go and stand in front of the tribunal and say, God sent Tifnumbu to be president. Anybody that is against him is against Allah, is against God. When they were done, one of them just sat there like, see my life. Is this my life? 8 years of Bokwari. These were the usual images. Poor people defending their oppressors inside Abuja because they are jobless, they are beggars, they are everywhere. So if you need them, just get your truck, go there and park them. If you want people to help you attack those who are peacefully protesting, they are in Abuja and all over the place. Now you're going to see all the sewage rats, the sewage dwellers who are going to begin to rattle your Abuja. You will see it. Wait for it. Well, that's just by the way. Okay. There is, like I said, I want to have you listen to Arabambi's rant. I know you won't like it. Some of you will be like, man, you're going to remove him. I've told you, please just listen to what he's saying to have an idea. Who is the piper dictating the tune? And what is the message, the intention? They say alibi, intention, or motive. Abi, let's go listen. The credit for this clip is, the credit for this clip is for the Viable TV. You can see them on YouTube too. Viable. You see their logo on.
Our party that was removed by Abure in conjunction with Mr. Peter Obi immediately after our primary, succeeded in Kano today to nullify all primary done by Labour Party in Abia and Kano. And by implication, I know this will definitely affect the sole government candidate that we have. And the reason was that Abure, as the then chairman, refused to submit membership register to INEC 30 days before the primary. It was an ex parte motion application brought by one Haruna Ibrahim. He used to be our chairman in that place before he was removed. And I think the man went to court, to ventilate the tanga. This is quite unfortunate, because this is the only governorship candidate this is the only governor that we have in Labour Party. And yet, due to this attitude of Abure, in conjunction with Mr. Peter Obi, to just be toying with people aspiration, with people good intention for the party, this has cost us greatly. As I speak, they did not present any lawyer to represent Labour Party in Federal Court, Kano. They did not, because when you have committed such crime, they ought to be sniffing around the court to know those, at least, who will, be attacking them. Also, they were in Kano today to submit an ex parte application against a Lamidiot A-pampers led executive, where they want the court to set aside the judgment of FCTI court. I kept wondering, Abure that called himself a lawyer, running up and down, against what they call for this forum shopping. You are in Benin, he filed a motion ex parte, he knew he had made a mistake, only for him to run to Kano. Kano, where we have our head office in Abuja here, he ran to Kano through one Raji and a pastor as the chairman of the party there. And we got wind and we asked our lawyer to appear. We are now being told to put on notice, though that their ex parte application has failed. Also, they filed an application that we should not be allowed to touch the money in Zenith Bank. By themselves, they know they have their reason. And it's part of what is causing problem in Labour Party. Himself and PO snatched away $15 million of Labour Party money. And that was the reason why, up to today, PO stood by Abure. So how could you from here run to Kano, seeking an ex parte application to stop Matura Apapa from taking over that account that belongs to Labour Party? But they have been told to put us on notice. We will expose. Our lawyer has just, gotten the document. He's on his way to Kano. We don't want to expose him so that they will not go and kidnap him on the way. But once he gets to Abuja, everything will do another press conference to show all of you that they have a sinister motive for them. We are operating UBA account, and suddenly they went to open another Zenith Bank account that all of us are not privy to. But only for them to run to court in Kano to prevent us, even when they have filed appeal against the one in Abuja here, they have already appealed the dismissal of the preliminary objection they raised against the ruling of the FCTI court. But we were shocked to hear that they have filed an appeal against the dismissal of their preliminary objection. So what we are saying is this, that we are now at the verge of losing the only governor that we have due to gross incompetence of Abure, the suspended national chairman, in connivance with Mr. Peter Obi, because they were the one that were toying with all the northern states then. All of you remember, in the constitution of the Presidential Campaign Committee, all the northern states, they put a southeast man as the coordinator and a northerner as the deputy coordinator. This was what causes us to lose all the governorship candidates, the Senate, the rep, before the election to APC and PDP, in Kano, in Jigawa, in Bauchi, in Yobe, in Safara, in Sokoto, because all these people, they ventilated their anger that why will you put a non-indigene of their state above them? Is it because the northerners are not qualified? But today, they are seeing it because we just need to break the news before they will now begin to twist facts to the public that Abure has made Labour Party to lose that single governor that we have in Nigeria now. That is Alessoti of Abia, because the Federal Court in Kano has ruled that we did not comply with the electoral that said you ought to submit your membership register to INEC 30 days before primary so that they will know it is your member that elected your representative. But this is the thing we failed to do because Abure was busy collecting money, our money, to his personal account in connivance with Mr. Peter Obi. That is, the breaking news. Now, on On the issue of the court tomorrow, we have received threat from the following people. Kennedy Anotu, I stated his number in that press conference. Prince Jude Ejike, Honorable Imeje Ikeshuku, and one Omaba. The threat center around them wanting us not to come to court tomorrow, else will be killed. So we are only alerting the Inspector General of Police because we are going to attend that court. Every one of you saw what happened there yesterday. We are going to attend that court. They can carry out their plan to assassinate us because we know that Obi himself is supposed to conduct himself in a civil manner. When you are in a party and you don't want to respect the leadership, just like as he did in PDP, he did that in Abga, and now he's doing in Labour Party. When you don't want to respect the constitutional authority, we on our part, we will also not, give him that respect. On the issue of Abure, he must know that when an order is given, like the one order of on the 5th of April, that order must be respected, and you are not the one to choose which order you are going to respect. And they filed a preliminary objection to our suit, which was dismissed May 12. All the 4 grounds were dismissed by the court. By implication, the order subsists that Abure remains suspended. But we were all shocked yesterday that a man in the like of Peter Obi, we are in court to seek justice, yet we have the audacity to be disrespecting the order of the FCC court. If the people issue to court, at the end of the day, if we are able to win, and they are now calling for the head of Nigeria, I don't know what he wants to say. It's the same Abure that was with him yesterday, claiming, to be chairman of the party by sending one representative that has been suspended, by our party. Every candidate, the night they did in Asaba is also null and void because it was done against an FCC court that had not been set aside. And until another that was made by a court, until when it's set aside.
I know. It's annoying, yeah? I mean, I want you. And that's sometimes why I do say ahead of time that this is going to be a long one, but it is actually for you to take a moment to look at him. Like, take a long look at him when he was talking. He said Abure has $15 million of Labour Party money in a bank account somewhere. He didn't present the account number or the name of the bank. I mean, well, I think he presented the name of the bank. $15 million from who? Donated by Obedient Abi, given to. He said that is the reason why Peter Obi is holding on to Abure because of $15 million. He also said, I'm still going to play another part, so that's why I said, I know it may be annoying. But if he gets you angry, your anger is legitimate. Yeah, get angry right now. As you're watching that video, get angry, get raging. But don't tell me to take the video off, because the purpose of your rage is going to be seen through the guy like this. And he said it so clearly. Yeah, because of what Abure did. It's even the money is part of the reason why we are fighting. Because of what Abure did, now we are going to lose the only governor that we want on our platform. This is somebody who went in Ogun State and publicly said they have a governorship candidate Labour Party in Ogun State. He publicly went on because of money to endorse the current governor. And he said, whatever all of us here, 3 of us here do and say about Labour Party in Ogun State is final. The same Arabambio. Do you see how many microphones they put in front of him? That is what your money do if you have your real backers. If to say, now me say I want to do press conference, will you see that amount of a microphone in front of me? Who I be? My friend, go and sit down. But as you are right now, the money they are using to run this whole thing, the whole media coverage, the whole media attention and appearances, they are not cheap. Sure you get. And that's why he's putting enough. And he said they are coming for Peter Obi. In fact, Peter Obi is the reason. He's not respecting leadership of the party. Peter Obi they are raising accusation upon accusation upon accusations. And then you ask yourself, what is your end goal? Like, what do you really want to gain? It's just to make sure that. And he also kept saying there's something Arabambi. Let me tell you this in case if you have not noticed though. He continued to
to drop that card, that tribal card, just like APC do. Did you hear where he said all of the Labour Party's campaign coordinators in northern Nigeria, they were all Igbos, and they now made northerners the vice and deputy campaign. Did you see where he dropped that? Just to let you know that obedience is about Igbo. I told you that before. That's the lines of APC. Obedience, anything is Igbo. This one is the Labour Party member. Gaslighting his own party member too. Sure you get. The same criminal that we have his video, where he publicly, anti-party, no shame. But did you see all the issue on his neck and all of that? I'm going to make you watch the rest. I know. It is not to get you bored. It is to validate your anger. Whatever anger you have against Nigeria or against the system or whatever it is, including against this charade, videos like this is to legitimize that anger, to let you know that your anger is real. Because how did you end up in the hands of this charlatan after all of your effort, obedience? So your anger is genuine. And with your anger, rage, I think that's where the fire is. That is where the passion is. That is what has been keeping many of you. Yeah. The reason why you joined in the first place, the reason why you saw so many others got killed. Listen. The reason why you saw the decision you made to say, oh yeah, I want to save Nigeria. But Nigeria is now like showing you. And now you are seeing all the actors who are perpetuating that. Your anger is legitimate. It's genuine. This is the other part. I want you to pay attention to what he is saying. For a moment. Hang on. I need to say a very big thank you to Olowo. Olowo, my own person from Ohio. I got your message. 100 pounds towards my camera. Thank you. And that's on my my PayPal. So if you are still watching, right, we currently have nearly 3,500 of us on YouTube, over 400 on Facebook. Okay, so if you haven't really liked this broadcast, use this moment and like it. If you have somebody like myself who need to make another cup of tea, of course you can indeed use that as a break. Okay, let's go back to Harabambi.
Over the person that was there as a placeholder. He did not. And that was the reason why he and the National Secretary forged that certificate in court. They forged the affidavit, they forged the seal of the court, they forged the commissioner for own signature, and most importantly, I wouldn't believe it that Abure can produce his own treasury, TSA, the treasury single account. If he did his own, produce the receipt by himself and now deceive INEC, upon which INEC now substituted his name. He went to High Court. He won Federal High Court. Abure appealed to Court of Appeal. They lost. They appealed to Supreme Court and they lost. Only 3 days after, for our president candidate to go on here, specifically on Arise TV, to claim that we don't have candidate in Ebonyi. That is wrong. You don't make a pronouncement over president of Supreme Court. Obi did not have that power. We do not want such characters in our party. You don't come and be disrespecting court order. We have the video where he went on that we do not have candidates in Enugu and Ebonyi. What was the reason? And do you know that in Enugu we lost with less than 300 votes in Enugu, despite all his attacks, asking people to go and vote for PDP. Even Aisha Yesufu, I saw a video yesterday. She supported the Apapa candidate against Labour Party. So they have lost all moral to ever comment on each of Labour Party, because I saw a video yesterday castigating the old man, calling the old man all manner of name. And lastly, I'm very concerned, if Obi said he doesn't know our national chairman, so be it. But we know that I and him, the national leader and others, were the people that conducted his primary for him at our next meeting in Asaba. So if he said he doesn't know, that means he's not a member of our party. He can continue to be dilly-dally with that comedian, Kenneth Okonkwo, because we know him as a comedian. You know, when he go on here, he thought maybe they have roll out on set at one scene two. He doesn't even know now he's in the political arena. It's just for him to now be talking what he doesn't know. So, Mr. Kenneth, this is not Nollywood. This is a political party. Don't begin to roll your heart once in one, in our political party. Whatever you don't know, come and learn from us. Not just for you to be calling, casting aspersion on our national chairman, calling him all manner of names. That is not tolerated here. That can be done with your producer because you know that it is a film that will come to an end. But this one, this is a political party. We are not doing comedy here. We are not doing our dakeri here. This is a serious political business. So you need to mind your language, the one you are going to use in our party. And I know, I just found out that you are just 4-year-old at the back for 15 years. I'm even your senior. As far as this thing is concerned, I know I prosecuted over 260 cases. How many has he handled? I'm not a lawyer. But he was just 4 years at the bar. So he should go and learn the rudiment from a lawyer or for even we litigants that have prosecuted cases successfully for Labour Party. So that is just, this is why we call you for the gentleman of the press to understand why Abure must go and why Peter Obi must get himself away from Abure, because it is a court of competent jurisdiction that restrain Abure, that restrain Farouk, that restrain Ojuku, that restrain Olusegun. He cannot choose which law to obey and which one to disobey. And lastly, something happened in the Election Petition Tribunal yesterday, which I want all of us to take note because we are inside there. It is unfortunate that the lead lawyer to Mr. Peter Obi will write letter to INEC that they don't have 1,500,000 to pay, knowing fully well that the pre-hearing session will terminate on Sunday. I repeat, pre-hearing session will terminate on Sunday. And that means if we fail to do the needful, our petition will be dismissed. Now, what would 13SN, what would they be doing since April 17, when they were asked to meet INEC to collect all necessary documents, only for their lead counsel to tell the whole world yesterday that, oh, I've just been able to get 30% of the process. Now, what was he doing? The INEC, lead counsel, said they invited him on Friday. He said he was in a party. They asked them to come on Monday. Learned Sick, Professor Ananaba, and one other person went on behalf of them. They stormed out of the meeting. Tuesday, they did not show up, only for them to come to court on Wednesday. And I put it on record in the court. Professor the Levy was asking the court for an extension, which the court has ruled over yesterday, that they will not extend it in line with the electoral, that pre-hearing session will only take 14 days. Now, on Sunday, that's the end of 14 days, and they told them court will not sit on Sunday. Everything will now end on Saturday. Today.
Okay, I think I should stop him here. Now, I understand what you say, where you say he's annoying. Like when you hear somebody so lying to the point that it's like his teeth are so bigger than his mouth. Like that. Of course, it can be very annoying. I have picked few things he said, and I'm just going to try and quickly just give you the true side of it as well, okay? These are like publicly available information, right? He said Peter Obi went on TV to say they have no candidates. Labour Party has no candidates in Enugu and Ebonyi. Now, that can be very, very insulting. That is not even annoying. It's insulting for somebody like that to kind of boldly and repeatedly, say things like that. Then he's also saying something about the INEC and Peter Obi's lawyers concerning what they should pay for the document. A lot of you who are here, you actually know what happened. That INEC has been playing the hide and seek, from those who are the petitioners. And it's been in the news for months now after the election. A lot of you here know that, Abi. It was just on Monday, this Monday, that for the first time, we heard that they want to charge them 1.5 million naira before they can give them the documents. Now, nobody said they can't pay the money. They said if they have to pay the INEC the money, after 5 court judgments said INEC should give them the documents. 5 court order. INEC didn't obey. Finally, they released maybe 1/4 of it. Right? And they even asked them, if you want us to pay, we'll pay you. But it's just that the information are not there. Arabambi knows that
Unfortunately, he's just there lying like somebody we swallow, goat teeth. And Atifku, it was even Atifku that said they're asking for 1.5 million. We'll give them the money, but they must also promise that they will give us 100% of the documents. Sure you get. Anyway, but when talking about Enugu, we know that what happened in Enugu was meant to happen in Abia. But for the sheer luck of the woman who happened to be the returning electoral officer for Abia, there would never have been any Abia governor-elect of Labour Party. You know the story now. In Enugu, Peter Obi was in Enugu, even after he lost his own election, or after his own rigging and all that. Peter Obi was in Enugu with that Edoga many times. I've got clips of some of them. And for somebody who now, you can now hear, like I told you, that just listen to the wordings and you'll be able to understand where he is really going. He kept saying, Peter Obi is not a member of their party. Peter Obi is not a member of our party. He cannot come and destroy our party like he destroyed PDP. The gloves are off already. Sure you get. And we don't want Peter Obi to kill our lawyer. We are sending to Kano. So which simply means, as it is right now, it's a matter of days, not even weeks, before the full naked dancing in public will be up. But let me take you to that Enugu. In January, before the election, this was Obi in Enugu. A throwback, just for you.
As we are here at Michael Opera Square, where the presidential candidate of the Labour Party is arriving here this minute, and they are ready to welcome him. You can see the Mama's Club here. They are here filled to the brim at Michael Opera Square, and we expect that he has just landed at the Michael Opera Square. As you are watching our live update, you can see how it's happening here. Live at Michael Opera Square. As you are joining Amoko TV, you can tell us where you are joining us from. Share this video. Let it go viral. The man of the moment, the man of the people, he is here, and you can see the crowd. Share this video. Let it go viral. Share this video. Let it go viral. Let it go viral. Let it go viral. He is here. The man of the people. Tell us how you feel about it. Tell us how you feel. Share this video. Share this video. Let it go viral that he's here. The man people have been waiting for. You can see that the people left their seats and where they are and moved down. You can see the man of the moment, Mr. Peter Obi, is here. He has arrived. The man of the moment is here. There is going to be a kind of a stampede today at Opera Square. The crowd cannot be controlled by the security agencies. You can see how happy the Nigerians are, how they feel about everything that is happening. The crowd cannot be controlled by the security agencies. As you can see, how it's happening live here. Tell us how you feel and share this video too.
And even talking about, inside the town, that's a Enugu after the February election, right? It was back in March, precisely 10th of March, to mobilize for the Labour Party candidate in Enugu, the Edoga. Let me show you. I think, walking on the street, two of them. Sorry. That's Obia and Edoga. I don't know if I pronounced that right, okay? I'll show you another one. Where This is not them just walking on the street, okay? I mean, on the street as well. Take a look. You don't think where you don't hear that noise last, eh? OB, LUP, 75, LUP, 76. You don't tell me. Some of you should have missed that. Oh, it was like wild west that time. You guys intimidated these people beyond anything. You scared them beyond their belief. Eh? You riled them. They became so scared what life would be like without power. Therefore, they decided to just do everything criminally possible to avoid that. You scared them everywhere, every corner. In that same Enugu, that is where you retired the Ebano senator. Chimaroke, no, is that Chimaroke? Yeah, Chimaroke. Chima. They humbled him, obedient, humbled him in Enugu. That same Enugu is what Arabambi is using as Peter Obi supporting PDP candidate or supporting this. And it's ridiculous, but my time is almost fast spent, so I'll leave that to the rest of you. But in Ebonyi, do you want to see what that looked like in Ebonyi? I'll show you. January this year, before the election, this was to be there. I don't like sounds like that. They kind of come with all this, sneaky copyrighted sound. You just sneak into it. I'll show you something else. This was him after the election, and it was in the same Ebonyi. It's just some cars, okay? Just to show you that somebody like Arabambi, we don't know where they're going to end. But these are the characters who have made it possible for the crooked criminal establishment in Nigeria to last this long too. They are there. They are the willing to. They do the bidding. They do all the damages. They do all of that for the big for the big men. This.
Thing seems like years ago, eh? All of that happened just a few weeks ago. If I want to use weeks, I can say some weeks back. 8 weeks. 12 weeks. 3 months. And it seems like it's like last year ago, long time ago. That is why the Stockholm syndrome in Nigeria is very powerful. Because a lot of things will just take your mind away from it. It's just going to be like, but that one don't pass now. Another one with the talk now. I am going to be reminding you. That was the movement that shook Nigeria for 10 months. That was the movement that had the enmity you are seeing and all this attack on obedience you are seeing today. A lot of people just became suddenly, like it became something like it was the right thing to just hate them. It's either you feel like they are too proud. They are feeling like they have won election. They are feeling like they are this or that. You know what I mean? People just don't like those who don't like them. They just don't want to like them because they feel like they are too confident. They are just too confident. We didn't know that they knew their numbers. They have all their numbers. They would have destroyed all this establishment beyond repair, beyond anything called recover. They would never have recovered if they allowed it to go through. But today they will tell you, how is he expecting to win? If I begin to show you some of their videos back then, just flashback, just to refresh your mind and see what thing, you know what I mean? But today they are going to begin to change the story. People like Lamidiot A-pampers, and this Araban B2. Anyway, I just touch that one, and it's just by the way. You know what they call by the way? It's just by the way. One more thing before I start taking calls, okay? One more thing. Look at these two. The one on the left is the governor of Zamfara. The one on the right is the EFCC chairman. The one on the right is accusing the one on the left that spending just 4 years in power, he has already stolen over 72 billion naira. So the guy on the right is now telling the guy on the left that we are going to arrest you when you no longer have immunity this month. Now the guy on the left is now accusing the guy on the right that he is only coming after him because he didn't pay him $2 million bribe. There are other people who have stolen money. Why is he not going after them? You see, the guy on the left is APC member. He was one of those accused of stockpiling money for election. He is one of the reasons why Bokwari and gang said they are changing Nigeria money. Sure you get. In fact, he was accused of personally stockpiling 22 billion, if not more. Zamfara. The man that said Zamfara gold is for Zamfara people. Bayelsa oil is for Nigeria. It's for all of us. But Zamfara gold is for Zamfara people. So he said, this guy is threatening to arrest him because he was against Bokwari's monetary policy, changing of money. So just a few days ago, he told Bokwari not to grant Emefiole the study leave. That it was a plot, it's a plot by Emefiole to run away because Tifnubu will arrest him, whatever that means. And in response, they said he should mind his business and face his own case with EFCC after his tenure. So today he came out and he said, they are coming after me because I work against the Akaba that wanted to stop Tifnumbu. So his enemy is coming after him. Baba, you stole 70 billion. You're mad, ni? They say you stole 70 billion. You say that because you be enemy, your enemy are coming after you. Show. Which be all of this? Show on. Exactly, that's exactly how I feel. But it's Nigeria. So that's that. Which means the Zamfara people, 92% poor. Population of Zamfara, I don't know the population, okay? But out of the population of Zamfara, 92% of them are living in extreme poverty. Extreme, Neo. That one is like a junior brother to, what am I saying? 92% are living in multi-dimensional poverty. Only a more extreme. You know when you have prayer point and say, Father Lord, I am tired of eating gari. I want to start eating agbado. Heavenly Father, I am tired of wearing slippers, bathroom slippers. I want to start wearing palm slippers. You know all those prayer points where you begin to pick. Multi-dimensional. You could just hand everything to God and say, God, you know my problem. Just solve them. I don't know where to start. 92% of Zamfaras are living in multi-dimensional poverty. That's the senior brother of extreme poverty. Poverty get grades in Nigeria. Multi-dimensional is the one in the front. Now that one's sucking majority. Others are just living off. Zamfara. Their former governor, Yari, stole over 60 billion. He's being chased by EFCC, but he's a senator from Zamfara. He's the one who paid 250 million naira, buying 250 books that he will never read. Gave the money to Malamu from his own loot from Zamfara. Scratch my back, I scratch yours. Now, this guy, they have accused him of stealing 70 billion, almost 70 billion, in a state of 92% poor. I will just leave everything. I will leave everything inside me. Because, I mean, how do you explain that? And tomorrow you will see people that will stand up and say, is his enemy is he the only person that stole? Is he the first person that stole? My friend, let us be honest, Jerry. The man tried in Zamfara. You want to see what he did in Zamfara? You see, on Mayegun's diary political, when I look back and I see my friends, do you know what I feel like? When people say, Mayegun, I love what you are doing. You are doing a great job, right? So to me, when I turn off the camera, you know what I feel like? I'm like, we have not even started, though. Whatever you have seen so far, now one more, I have known you for 9 years. You are still going to know me for another 9 years. If you have known me for 10 years, you are still going to know me for another 10 years. Whatever you have known in the last 5 years, in the last 4 years, in the last 8 years, Baba, warm up, Neo. According to this afar, settle down. When everything come together, fire for fire like that. You see all those cowboy with double gun. That's how I go be. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. Listen to
If I wasn't say slow mo lowo, èmi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gamina, ó bí pa ti dé tán. Àwọn tá just start joko.
Àwọn ali muta.
Interveja ṣe dáadáa ńlá ṣe, hajo hot ara wa ni.
Bí anara patako ilon.
Níbi ma hot yín pa.
Sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima.
Ìjọ́ tí mo ti ríra mi gbẹ̀yàn líle ni mi ìsìlẹ̀ ríra mi change. Mo wá kúkú maintain level yẹn. Slow.
Shey you get? Ìjọ́ mo ti ríra mi bí èèyàn líle tí mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mi ilé change. Mo kúkú maintain ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Whatever you have known about Mayegun, this Mayegun is fire. Baba, now warm up o. Warm up ni o. Kọ́lọ̀ fún wa lẹ́mìí tó gùn. You get that? Tipa báyìí ni Ṣàngó fi ń fẹ́ràn bàtà. Tipa báyìí gan everybody máa fi like bàtà. Ìyí tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ká ṣe ní ti dáadáa yẹn. That good one of rejuvenating your mind with right information to stop hurting yourselves and the future of those who are going to come out of you. Slow-mo ni o. Slow-mo ni o. I'll go make another tea. Listen, like that broadcast. When I come back, I'll take a few calls, okay? And yes, don't go anywhere. Slow-mo, afa mi.
If I wasn't say slow-mo lowo, èmi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan mi náà owó bí ìgbà ti dé tán àwọn tá a jọ sítáàjì ọkọ̀.
àwọn ọmọ àlè mọ́tà.
Inte ìfẹ́jẹ́ àṣẹ ń dáadáa ń láṣẹ àjọ họ́ọ̀tì ara wa ni.
bí a nàró pàtàkó ìlú.
níbi máa họ́ọ̀tì yín pa.
sọ́lù àlẹ́ yìí wàsálìmọ̀ tẹ̀sílímà.
ìjọ tí mo ti ríra mi gbẹ̀yìn líle ni mi ìsìlẹ̀ ríra mi kéjì mo wá kúkú maintain level yẹn.
Country, 70 years old man.
Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Is that you?
Country, 70 years old man.
Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Is that you?
Country, 70 years old man.
Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Is that you?
Country, 70 years old man.
Sorry for that delay, Baba. Hello there.
Baba, good evening, good evening.
Prince.
My king, how is everything?
I'm very well, Baba. Just there.
Baba, today I just listened to your program, man. Nigeria don't talk to laughing stock. Nigeria is just a joke.
Honestly.
You know, it's a complete joke. You know, I mean, what I'm observing is that the country has become a deep state. You know what? A deep state. A deep state. Nothing is real anymore. If you want A, they will give you B. If you want F, they will give you J. They determine what they want. I mean, look at what even happened recently. The American consulate staff that were killed in Anambra State. Yes. Baba, from me, that thing is a hatchet job, just so that these motherfuckers, sorry for my language, so that they will come and sell weapons again. They want, and they're looking for an excuse to support Tinubu government. They don't know how to do it, so they want to find an excuse to come in and say, okay, this is, imagine, something just happened. Immediately, Mr. Blinken has started saying, we will come and give support to the Nigerian government. I wanted grand.
I know. Access.
This is a complete.
Invite us. Let us come.
Yeah, exactly. On top the killings, on top the sufferings of Nigerians, these guys don't care. All they want is their own selfish interest. They want to sell weapons to us. They want to find a way to manage this guy and put him in power. I mean, look at that. Look at when I saw the press conference he did, and the way they now ask him, what about the consulate staff that were killed in Nigeria? He hurriedly said, thank God their citizens were not killed. So he knew all the facts.
Those who were killed.
Because yes, they sacrificed Nigerians so that they can come and sell weapons. That's what they did there. Baba, Nigeria is a deep state. Is a deep state. I cannot be saying it too much. Everybody just disobey the country. Shut down everything. Everybody just stand up. Shut down everything.
Now. Yeah, he's going to get
it. Yes, shut down everything. Just be walking like the walking dead on the road. Don't do anything again. Shut down everything. That country is totally gone. It's a deep state. You cannot win any election. You cannot. In fact, if we allow this thing to happen, look at the kind of people we are empowering to allow this government to go. Agbero will have share in this government. Just like Mietiala has.
Didn't you see what they did during the election? It's their government.
Yes. If you protest against Agbero, they will tell you they are part of this government.
Baba, our time.
Baba, we are finished. This is Shege part 2. Shege part 2.
They are praying right now for God to not let that happen. They believe that God can change their mind and all of that. So maybe
God cannot come from anywhere and go. Now we go do it. Just everybody shut down everything and stand up in the road. All this. Oh God! Look at what these people are doing to us. Look at what the West are doing to us. They just want to sell weapons and take our resources. That's what they care for. Even our election, Koroko, they rig it and they don't care. Baba, this is too much. Anyway,
Prince,
let me just shut up because I'm tired of talking.
Shut up. You just stop there for So I have another caller on the line. Here.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
General.
How are you?
Yeah, this is Tino from New Jersey.
Simeon.
How you doing? Tino. From New Jersey.
I know. Why do I keep mixing your name? Why do I keep kind of finding it difficult to kind of pick it the first time? Baba?
That's okay.
I've already seen this
is my third time calling in.
And I was like, I know this person.
Yeah.
I didn't pick that name again. But
exactly.
Go on. Everybody can hear you.
I just want to be brief. One thing is, all of these guys, they have digital footprints, you know? They use cell phones. They use computers. I just don't want to reveal exactly what I'm talking about, but we can start going after these guys digitally. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
And still revealing although they are very shameful, shameless human beings, but we can go after these guys in different forms digitally.
That's right.
Revealing them, their conversations and everything can be exposed.
I was expecting that.
You understand what I'm saying? We don't have to let people go out in the street and start killing themselves immediately, but revealing these things are going to anger people so they can stay on for a longer time, because people need to get angry. Even what happened today in the court should get people angry. But Nigerians are the most patient set of people.
Serious.
And I keep telling people that. You see, Nigerians, if you want to rule Nigerians forever, you can. All you need to give them is basic amenities.
Just basic things.
If you give them electricity, you give them road, you give them even security. Nigerians are ready to provide their own security. But unfortunately, these people, they want to not just cross the bridge. They want to cross the bridge and break the bridge, forgetting that they will also come back one day through the same bridge. You understand? So sorry I'm outside, but that's just my 2 cents to what you said and what has been my this has been happening. So I just want to let you continue the good work you're doing. Extend my greetings to your family and your wife.
Same to yours as well. Thank you very much, for stopping by. I have another caller. I hope that connects anyway. Hello there.
Hello, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, my good brother. This is the African Wahala.
Praise from Canada as well. The African Wahala. How are you, Baba?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I've been trying to get in for like 3 weeks. It's almost impossible. So I'm so happy to get in today.
Beautiful.
Yes. But yeah, man, I just thought I encourage the people to, okay, let me start with those that haven't crossed the line yet. For those of us that have already crossed that line, people like me, it happened in 2020. That was when I finally gave up. I'm like, you know what? There is no point continuing holding on to something that will kill me. There is no point. Psychologically, mentally, I succeeded from the idea of Nigeria ever functioning. And I've had more peace. So when these elections came and people were fighting hard, I like Omoyele Sowore. But as much as I like the guy, I knew that he was a little bit delusional, thinking that he can save Nigeria. So I kept on watching from the sideline. And, I've seen a lot of people, the obedience movement sprung up. What I realized is that the obedience, for example, they haven't crossed that line yet. But the Nigerian state is doing a good job in pushing them to cross that line.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're all going to be at the other side of the line.
You remember when I said that the few people who are left still believing that maybe Nigeria can be saved, Nigeria can be rescued. You are still showing them shaggy of typical Nigeria, trying to shut them up. By the time they finally cross the line, like you said, the line of no return of they no longer believe Nigeria can actually work. What they will bring to them next time, election won't be in any way tenable anymore. Negotiation will no longer be an option. And it's going to be worse than revolution, but they have no idea. So they should keep it up. Push them on. Keep it on.
Yeah. I'm honestly going to encourage everybody from all sides, from the obedient side, keep pushing, keep putting pressure on these rogues, these murderers, the PDP and APC and the INEC and the rest of them. Keep pushing. And at the same time, I would encourage the Nigerian government, keep doing your murderous evil. Continue doing it, because eventually it's going to come back crashing on your head. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you very much. And then a wonderful job all of you are doing in that comment section, by the way. I see your hand. Help me keep it up. Make sure you're
Baba, I'm on. Now fire for fire.
Nice one. That's African Wahala. If you are still watching, you haven't really liked this broadcast, I would love to remind you. Hello there.
Hello. Hello,
you will need to mute. See, Ma, you will need to mute that TV and listen to the phone more. If not, it's going to be interrupting us.
Yeah. I've turned it down. Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you now. Just to make sure that we are not interrupted, Ma. Please go on.
Thank you, my dear. Yes, Baka. Oh, it's nice to hear from.
Yeah, great. I can hear you, Ma. Please, go on. It's so
nice
lovely
to hear from African Wahala.
Go on.
He helped me yesterday in the super sharp thing. African Wahala helped me. What I wanted to say is, when I was watching Lababi, I said to myself, is it really, I want you to answer me, is it all of this thing that is happening is because of politics, right? All of this thing is politics, because of politics.
Yes.
People are doing all sorts of money, right?
Yeah. I think it's beyond politics, man. Because if it is politics, then it's actually a very terrible politics. Look at the lives and the hopes of millions of people that they are toying with because of politics.
I can't believe it. I can't believe. My goodness, I can't believe it. You know what? Why don't they get Obi, right? They should get Obi, put Obi on the table and chop him into pieces. Then they'll be happy. Chop him into pieces and they'll be happy. This person would drag him here, this person would drag him here, this person would drag him here, this person would drag him here. Oh my God, what person? What person?
Like, what is the end goal? Yeah, what is the end goal? Are they comfortable with the way Nigeria is? Are they all right with the way it is? What is the end goal? Why are they always like, but I think we do know what the end goal is. We do.
Oh my goodness. Oh God, and the only thing this man is doing is to help the youth. To help the youth. The elderly. That is what this man is doing. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. My God, thank you.
God bless you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. It's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. They don't think about it. They don't know if he's like, if he has slept.
I know.
How many hours have he rested? Nothing. Thank you.
Thanks so much, ma. Yeah, you have a good one. It can be very emotional. I have somebody who told me that they always sort of feel so kind of down when they have a time to think about what hang on. You see what I'm saying? You see how it's flicking and blackout and all that, yeah? It is so annoying. And sometimes it can just piss you off like, oh my God, I'm just gonna stop. Right? But it's gonna stop soon. Okay. At the moment I am able to place my order, I'm going to place the order soon. And then, yeah. So, anyway, thank you very much. I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Michael. How are you?
I am very well. Oh, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm so fortunate to get you today.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say?
I said I'm so fortunate to get you this evening.
Oh yeah, you are. I mean, you've been consistent anyway, so I knew you probably would get through if we have a longer time. So I'm glad you got through.
Sorry, one second.
Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, you everyone can hear you now.
Okay, so I just want to say a few things, right? Yesterday, like most of the people that called, I just wanted to watch the show because sometimes you just don't want to really contribute. We also want to hear what every other person's point of view is and things like that.
That's right.
So I just want to say thank you to everyone who picked up the phone yesterday and spoke to Akinola. Because he said everything I want.
And he ended up being the last person to even speak. After everybody spoke, he managed to call in through another man. He just added another one. Like, oh, no, this is not good.
I know. It's one of those strange things. It's one of those strange things, where he had a chance for a rebuttal, basically, But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who actually called back and spoke to him, because I'm sure he's trying to convince himself that he's not an APC, fan or whatever.
He had no corn in his pockets.
Exactly.
A lot of people were like, clearly, no, he has corn. I'm like, man, this is going to be a long night.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because he actually repeated one of the things that he claimed in the fact and was debunked by Peter Obi during the elections, where they said that when he was governor, he didn't let Labour Party people campaign, right? So when he said that, I said, come on, this was already debunked during
those are the famous lines of the Agbadomites. I know.
Exactly, and you say that you're not an APC fan. Okay, we can't. I don't believe you. I stopped listening after that. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. Now, with regards to your show, I appreciate you so much, and I love what you're doing. But sometimes I'll be honest with you, just like the lady before me. There are days when I listen to your show and I want to weep. I want to cry. I am so heartbroken and I am sad. When I hear the amount of money that these people are taking, 70 billion, 250 million, X billion, trillion, I'm saying, my goodness. Like you ask, what is the end goal? So you take out all of this money from this country. What is your plan? What do you want to do? I really don't understand it. It really, truly breaks my heart, you know. And I know, like, in the comment section, and, you know, sometimes what you don't want is for your platform to become an echo chamber where, you know, we're all saying the same thing. And, you know, I'm always saying this, what is the plan? So we all know that there's a massive problem in Nigeria. Right. We all know that the ruling elite is a huge problem for our country. What is the way forward? What do we do? You know, because it's easy for us to come and stay here once again and say, oh, we need to break up. So we need to break up. Let's take for instance, they finally swear in what's his name? Tinubu into power. He becomes the president of the country, right? What can we do? That's the question I want to ask everyone in the temple. What is the next thing? What can we in the diaspora do? Okay, because it's easy for us to sit down here and talk, but what can we realistically do? What can we do to move the needle in the direction that we want it to go? Is there anything that we can do? Because even if it's coming to breaking the country, how do you want to go about it? And that is the question I keep asking. Because that still needs conversation. That still needs, okay, you said rebellion. Where do you want to start from? How do you do it? You know,
there's so many questions.
And exactly? There's so many questions. You know, and the thing is, again, like I said, you don't want the platform to become an echo chamber where we're saying the same thing. We all have this understanding, but we still don't know how to move the needle. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think I do. But you know, if I can say something, it's all right. Just something to kind of help. It may not be the right answer you're looking for, right? One of the things that got people so locked up into the past and so scared of what the future holds, or even trying to find out, is because lack of access to the real and right information. We are dealing with generation of misinformed, miseducated, and deliberately denied the proper education that could ordinarily have answered all these questions before even our own time. They would have been like national questions. Sure, you get. But bridging this gap, even though, if you have noticed, a lot of people feels like Nigerians are those who are suffering, right? And we can see this very visibly. It's not something that can be hidden. How come it's so difficult for them to reject those who are subjecting them to that suffering? So we discovered that you can only fight or reject something that you know is wrong if you know better. But if you don't know anything, if that is the only thing you know, if this is the only way you know, right, all your life, it takes so much for people to even kind of change their ways. So we decided that filling in that void is the toughest job. And today, we cannot rule out the kind of consciousness of the people. We can't rule it out. I mean, you can't say the people that are kind of so much in the know today, a lot of them were uninterested 10 years ago. 5 years ago, some of them are not interested in what's going on in Nigeria. They have no idea. But when you look at the changes, the paradigm shifts, people are more conscious now. They are becoming more impatient. In fact, it is out of that they produce a movement in 10 months. No leader, no nothing, no what have you, but they coordinated themselves and they disrupted the political space. So this is not echo chamber. Do you understand? It's actually a place whereby, it's like a melting pot where people are beginning to understand what is wrong with Nigeria. And somehow, they are, they're devising means of fighting back. It may not be much yet, but don't be too much in a hurry to ignore the achievements so far. Back in the days.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying that sometimes, right, we beat ourselves up that we have not achieved anything. We have not done so much. We should have done more. Forgetting the fact that even what we have done, right, we are no longer where we used to be, Cham. We are not yet where we want to be. Agreed. We are not where we want to be. We still have educated people using their education to defend the rotten system. But guess what? More and more people are becoming even more educated, not just by reading and writing, but politically educated. They are now understanding the consequences of so let's give it time. Let's give it time. They will figure it out. We will all figure it out at the end of the day. We'll figure it out and we'll go for it, and it will just be one size fits all after all of us must have experienced why we must act. In my book, like I said, this may not answer you completely, but think about what I said. We are not where we are supposed to be. Or Cham, we are no longer where we used to be. You know that.
Okay. If that is a positive
call for movement. But look at it today. Young people have taken over the political structure. The battle is between the old and the new. Even if they have not achieved what people want to see yet, can we admit that, Elmo? What they did is going to be a generational precedence for others to follow. A lot of people don't even know those who are still coming after these ones. And they should be worried. You and I should be worried.
Okay, let us take that.
I hope that kind of help. Okay, I know I may not have the right answer, but if you think about what I said, right, that should be something to say. Well, I mean, it's encouraging. It should.
I mean, it's a positive thing, and I'm not going to take it. It's a positive movement. I'm just hoping that we can take it, up a notch a bit, especially. We don't know who's going to be in power. I think in my heart, I pray that somehow Obi gets in there. But if he doesn't get in there, because this is Nigeria that we're dealing with, we have a Siwaju there, then what do, that's just my question. How do we still carry on with this momentum?
If we have any advice at all, right? I think the advice should be for those who think they have won the war, but they've lost the battle. The battle over Nigeria is the battle of unity, understanding, right? That is what is missing, dividing us, okay? Corruption and the rest of that just made it worse, because poverty makes things worse, right? But the problem is that we are having the battle of why are Nigerians not together? Why are they finding it difficult to respect themselves? Why are they, you know what I mean? So when politicians say they are fighting war during election, when they win the war, they most of the time lose the battle. So the people that should be more worried, Sham, right now, it should be Tinubu, not you. No, don't be worried about Tinubu and anything. See, all of us here, right? Nobody should worry about Tinubu, APC, anything. Don't worry about them. They should be more worried about you. Sure you get? Because they have no idea what we are capable of doing. They can manufacture things. They can make up cases. They can make up crimes and all that. But they have no idea. And that scares them to shit. Trust me, Sham. I have seen them up close.
Okay.
So that's why they always that's why they always act so panicky as well. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I needed to use that moment to speak to a lot of you. Okay. I know a lot of people are worried, but if you know those who are really scared right now, they are your politicians. Don't think they feel like they've won any war or anything. No. The real battle is that would they have a country to govern? How is it going to be without introducing tyranny, dictatorship, and the force, violence, and all that on the people like Bokwari did? That's a difficult job. So the person that should be more worried should be APC, because Nigeria is no longer what Nigeria used to be anymore. And if you don't believe that, you will soon find out. They say fuck around and find out. Hello there.
Oh, hell, Biafra. Oh, hell, Dudua.
My brother, holy Biafra. Oh, Lelo Dudua. How you doing?
I'm good. Just enjoying your show, watching and soaking in a lot of, how can I say, knowledge. Yesterday's show was phenomenal. I just didn't bother to try calling in because I know I wasn't going to get through. But starting off, I'm going to be pledging $50 towards the new camera.
Oh, thank you. You did.
Yes.
I just got another one as well. Somebody just gave me £50. Somebody called Lawal. However, yeah, I'm waiting for yours, Baba. Thank you.
Yes. You know, there's an appreciation of what you're doing. They say that it takes about 15 to 20 years to, you know, desensitize the people. And with, I think Mazi Nnamdi Kano has started like about, I think 10 years or 15 years before then.
That's right.
So you've continued, Simon Ekpa has continued. So, and as you can see the difference now. It's not like before. Things are changing. Yes, it's frustrating sometimes. You know, you don't see it until you step back and analyze what is happening. That actually the thing that is working.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Never in my mind, in another world, would we think that you could have everyone come together. You know what I mean? Oh, Yoruba, Igbo, all these other ethnicities come together as one at the temple.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To speak with one voice.
For years now. It's not something that happened just last month or last year. For years now, people have found that comfort here somehow.
Exactly. So people like the last caller, don't be frustrated. Your contribution is working.
Yes.
You know, you got to stay consistent and you will see the results that we're all looking for. I know she doesn't want, she asked about the breakup. The breakup, as we go, as we continue and proceed, we're going to have the mechanism for the breakup and things like that is going to actually organically build and show up on its own. So when we're thinking about it now, it feels like, oh, where do we begin? Trust me, as we continue, you will see it reveal itself in front of you.
It's not even going to be harder. It's a very simple and straightforward thing, right? Before the obedient happened, a lot of the Biafrans, the Yorubas, are at the verge of pushing even strongly into, getting out of Nigeria. Whatever is going to ignite or initiate it, right? It was at that verge. Then Obi came. Then people started feeling like maybe they could give Nigeria last chance. Maybe they could try it for the last time. Maybe they this and that. And somehow, Obi sucked everyone from everywhere, legitimately, by the way. Sure you get. Then PDP APC finished the rest by investing in divisions among these groups. But the only one that actually brought all of them together mostly is that of Peter Obi. Now, take a look at it this way. Majority of those who kind of will tell you today that they are not obedient, but they kind of believe in what Obi is doing, and they hope that maybe they will change anything, right? If you check majority of them, they don't believe in Nigeria. Now, if the system has now shown them why they wasted their time believing in Nigeria, so tell me what is going to convince them, I mean, all of them, to suddenly believe that, okay, since Obi didn't make it another, maybe we should just let you know. No. Nigeria is going to make you hate Nigeria. Every time you make an attempt to say you want to do this about Nigeria, so it's now on you. So you get to now see if you want to react to that or not. But Nigeria will push you to that stage. And like you said, it's going to happen organically. Majority of those who are shouting Nigeria today because of Obi, when the whole system finally showed them, you will not be able to convince them about Nigeria anymore. And they will never believe you again. Do you know that? So Nigeria itself will put everybody in that state. A state of where they will say, Mo Kuku just break up. But the awareness will continue. The mental rejuvenation and the what have you will continue, even though if it feels like it is slow. Brother.
Yeah. I myself, I was one Nigeria. I always, if you see my Facebook, Nigeria this. I was very proud of,
so
not knowing the history. Used to be. Not knowing the history. When you now do your research, you just realize, man, this thing is a big fraud.
It is.
Nigeria was a big fraud. And one thing that also woke me up was in 2018, if I'm recalling, when I was stuck at Owerri Airport in Imo State, and the airport caught on fire. Literally, I was sitting down and literally watched the airport catch on fire. Wow. And Mayagu, I kid you not, I was waiting for a flight to Lagos, and they only had 2 fire trucks. One wasn't working, and the other one barely worked. It took a while for that truck to now get going. If that truck did not, if they didn't get it to start working, that whole airport would have burnt down. And you see the frantic and everything, everyone going crazy. No one knew their left or their right. There was no type of procedure. Okay, this is what you do when there's fire.
Safety measures and all that.
Chaos. You know, that was the last time I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna play a part to break this country, because it's not healthy. It's not normal. I've been to Rwanda. I've been to Tanzania. It's night and day. They have 24-hour electricity. The roads are safe. No pothole, no quatas in the road. It's like England. It's like United States, Rwanda, or Tanzania. They're all like that. Then you come to the zoo, there's nothing there. Hardship, everything. Nothing works. So anyone that's praying for a better Nigeria is actually praying for their own downfall, or for their own hardship and for their own death. We need to break it up and let's figure something out from there and build a better thing where it's organic. Something we the people built, not what they built.
Not what they built.
You know? But I don't want to hold up. I know everyone wants to get in.
Thank you.
But people, please like and subscribe. Contribute to the general. General should not spend a dime of his money to buy a camera. We, the people, should put that up, okay?
Thank you very much.
All hell Biafra, all hell Nigeria.
Thank you very much for that. That's very kind of you. That's what I say to everyone that, it's got lovely and kind people around me. Yeah. Hello there.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Mario.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm very fine. And you?
I'm very well too, Baba. I mean, I can't complain.
This is Dongada speaking.
Hey, Dongada, Baba, how you doing?
I'm very fine, Mario. I've been fine. I've been away for some time.
I know.
I've been away for some time. Yeah.
How have you?
So, Mr. Mario,
no, sir.
I want to touch on the issue of the sitting in the court.
Oh, okay.
First of all, the previous callers, like the one that just finished calling and the previous one that said they stopped believing in Nigeria since 2015 and since 2018. It is like amazing if I tell you that since I was born, I'm 1 year away to 40 years, very close to your age. You always tell us your age whenever.
I mean, it's just to remind everybody that, look at it all.
Just to remind everybody, yeah.
Man.
So,
thank you.
In my entire life, I have never touched voter card. I don't know what it looks like. I don't even want to experience what it looks like. Because I was born into a family of mine. And my father was a civil servant, earning 2,700 from the state, 3,000 plus to 4,000 from the federal government. And he will be old for more than 2 years. Back those days, 90s and 80s, he will be old for like 2 years without being paid nothing. And my mom will be towing the north
covering the family, cover up for the family.
You understand? And it didn't just end there. My mom was selling yam, and whenever she traveled to north to buy yam, she always cover herself and pretend to be a Muslim, because you find this what do you call this Islamic those Sharia, this
like
thing
Sharia,
that was happening
now Sharia North. A woman must cover like in Nigeria. They will say that's how they do it.
In Nigeria, thank you.
But
my mom used to come back home with wet pants, wet wrapper, and all that. And I would ask her, I was very little, Mommy, what happened to you? She would say that they on their way coming back, that the Fulani, the Islamic, stop their 911. They bring out the Christians and they cut their heads, they force them to ashes. Those who could not defend themselves from not being a Muslim or not being a Mohammedan. You understand? So I experienced this horrible life growing up.
Young man, no,
and I swore, I'm just briefing you because I know it's not my time, it's not my platform. If I tell you what I've experienced,
yeah, please go ahead.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
So I experienced this horrible life growing up, and I can tell you that in our family, as 9 families, none of us had a voter's card or had ever voted in any party in Nigeria, because I have seen it. We have seen it. Not even my father believed in Nigeria. He was a Biafran soldier. You understand me? And he has told us a lot about Nigeria. Mayogun, what is happening in Nigeria today has never, will never happen in any country in the world. What is happening in Nigeria today is more than times 100 of what caused the Biafran Nigerian Civil War. It didn't even happen to this much. Mayogun, you look at the amount these people are stealing. Look at billions. The sitting president printing over 20 trillion on his pocket, and other sitting governors taking 100 billion. This one is 300 billion cost case, 300 billion. And so people are suffering. People are dying. They weaponize people with poverty so that they couldn't even attend even primary school. So they wouldn't know what is going on. Look at the people that get banners today to go and stand in Abuja. That Tinubu's mandate is sent by God or given by God or whatsoever rubbish they wrote here. Mayogun, I want to tell you one thing. Even Dubai and Saudi Arabia, that is more Islamic than Nigeria, does not include religion in their government. Let me tell you what I mean by that. If you come to every EFCC office in Nigeria, every office in Abuja, from Abuja down to other northern states, and every police station in Nigeria, every barrack in Nigeria, there is mosque here. And they all will suspend whatever they are doing once it's 12 o'clock to go and bow down their head in the name of praying to Allah. Just like what you said today, that in the court proceeding, people who are meant to be speaking for the nation. Do you know why Nigeria cannot get better? These are the people who are meant to speak for Christians. They are meant to speak for non-Muslims. They are meant to speak for Hindus. They are meant to speak for everybody.
Everybody. They are meant to be neutral, or they've taken sides.
Do you understand that, my good? How can somebody who will suspend his duty where he earns his living to go and bow and come back to continue? Maybe he's there to defend the Christian against Muslim, and you are telling me that he's going to say the truth. You are telling me that he's going to give judgment to the Muslim, to the Christian who or she is going to defend in court. It can never work. There has never been a country like Nigeria. I have never seen. I have traveled to more than 10 countries. I have never seen, and I have been to some of their courts. I see how they get their judgment. You understand me? In EFCC Nigeria, in Southeast, they will ask you to go and get bribes, like 2 million. I have had this experience. They will tell you, oh, go and look for 10 million and come back. We are going for our Jumat prayer. When you come back with the money, we will talk on how to release. These are the people who are going to pray to God. And they ask you to go and get bribes.
I'm glad you are saying this now. Yeah, I'm glad you are saying this. Okay. See, fella family, yeah. Fumilayo and some Kuti. Na Nigeria kill him. Fella.
You understand that?
Now you see that Seun slap police officer. Now they don't say they won't take his blood. They went to his house, to go and search his house for what? Evidence of why he slapped police officer. Like they say, everybody could collect. But Nigeria will always show you something that Nigeria is not normal. Not those who are in there as in charge of authority or whatever. They are not normal.
No, you are yet to get the point of what is happening there. You are yet to get the point. Now, let me tell you what is happening here. They are trying to channel the energies of the youth to that particular issue, that particular incident. You and I know very well that they are not going to do anything to Seun Kuti. This is the time of the court, which is the most important time in the nation called Nigeria. This is the time they are supposed to get their the better way for their legal life or the worse. And you are going to search someone's house who snapped a police officer because he hit the car, and so the court that the person is been in coma. You understand? This so-called Nigeria, I have never believed in it. You know, I've called it up so many times. I just never wanted to mention it. Like, I've been watching behind the scenes. I see the way everything is going. And are you telling me that Tinubu and the INEC is bigger than the court of Nigeria? Even the ex-president of United States.
It's like they are bigger.
Even the ex-president of United States, Trump, who is 10 times richer than all of them, appeared in court during his. And if he fails to do so, the court will order his arrest and they will get him arrested.
He will be subpoenaed. They will bundle him into that courtroom if he's failing to come.
You understand? So how is all these things going to work?
See, Baba, they say
this guy they killed.
Yeah, they say Nigeria has a very strong. Nigeria have a strong men instead of strong institutions, and that is why it's been.
Thank you. They have strong. They have people who claim to be strong men instead of having strong institutions. This guy they killed in the southeast in Anambra, this ambassador. They are going to arrest those people. Watch this thing I'm telling you today.
Right.
You will remember this. They are going to arrest those killers and they will tag them IPOP members. But you know the difference between them and the West and Nigeria. The US is going to investigate this matter. If it is going to take 50 years for them to come out with a plain result, they will take that 50 years. And I will tell you, the perpetrators will be arrested unless they did not leave Nigeria. These people are looking for a way to prosecute and get the West to tag IPOP terrorists. That is all they are looking for.
They've been trying to do that for the past 4 years. I'm even aware. And I know when they even paid people to go to that same US to help them, to help them prescribe IPOB by telling them
IPOB as a terrorist organization.
So
that is what is happening.
It never worked.
That is what is happening. You know, the problem is that when the poor work for this rich, they forget to understand that when the rich finish using them, they will still kill them, get other people to work for them. These particular people are going to be arrested, tagged in the parade in the social media and killed, so that they will leak the information. But I will tell you, at the end of the day, thank you. At the end of the day, the US is going to release the details of what happened. And let me say this for this is my last opinion. You know, like that. The other caller said that they should keep on pushing the obedience, and the obedience also should keep on pushing. I want to tell you one thing. You know, no matter how Tinubu struggle to get here, or Buhari going to confine him or whatever title and give him power or whatsoever to get him protected. Whenever he gets there, whenever he hands over to Tinubu, Tinubu is going to expose whatever shit they have done in that seat, because he cannot hide all of them.
See, Baba, you remember that time when I said a lot of people are expecting Tinubu to possibly become a dictator towards Nigerians and all of that. That this is not kind of a wish, you know. I'm just saying that from our own history of power shift and power from one hand to another, right? Now, person will give you that power, you go first go after. Now, people know that they know that they have destroyed Nigeria. Now, to sound right to people, the first group of people they will start going after will be the Bukwaris people. Go and wait for it. I agree with you. Myself did that line of thought.
Exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
He's going to go after them just to look good to Nigerians and say, see now. See, we have arrested this one. He's told you so amount of money. See, we have arrested the former minister of Buhari. They arresting me. Maybe Tinubu is going to do better. Maybe he's going to fight this. So all of that are bobo. But I deal with you, Baba.
Mayegun, even you would not like to take the whole blame if you were opportune to be given that thing. You would like to take the whole blame.
Right.
The money stolen is too much. It has never been done in any nation in this world. The money stolen in this Buhari's regime is too much in that sense. And remember, I told you last time that the Northerners cannot take what they took from Buhari from another person.
They will never take it from another
person. They cannot. The Northerners cannot take it from Tinubu. So we are all sitting behind the thing, watching you expose them without our own this, because I tell you, let me tell you this truth, Mayegun. Sometimes I watch you, I don't want to call because I'm so emotional. Most of the times I call you, I'm very angry. I don't even say directly what I want to say because it will all run off my mind. Nigeria is a crime scene, but they should remember, the leaders should remember that. The leaders should remember that lion is only predator when he still got the energy. But when he becomes old, he becomes the prey. Even the dogs eat and bite him in the streets of the jungle. That is my contribution.
I will leave it at that. But thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to take my last call. My time is so up right now. Normally that should be my last one, but because we started 5 minutes late, so I'll take this and then we can call it tonight. I'm going my caller for a minute, please, if you don't mind. Now, I want to say thank you to Baka. Last night you were here. You gave me around £50 super chat last night, and I kind of remember that, like, oh my God, right? Thank you very much, okay? And you are back tonight as well, and you just introduced Lovetina, Kindat. I don't know if it's Kindat or Kindat. Okay, Kindat. Thank you very much for that, and God bless your heart, okay? I appreciate you, every penny of it. My caller, sorry for that.
Yeah, Mayegun, thank you very much. I am so lucky to get you.
I'm so happy that you
and yeah, so I am going to speak to the issue you discussed yesterday and about Deborah.
Oh,
yeah. And I think this is a shame on the Christian community that we did not even provide the right legal representation for that girl.
No.
I can imagine the kind of money that the Nigerian pastors and the Nigerian churches are sitting on, and Deborah couldn't even get the proper legal representation to make sure that she actually got justice. Even if those killers were going to be freed by court, at least they should at least go through the process.
The process, exactly, ma'am.
This is a failure again of the police department. That they didn't even take that case to court.
They deliberately didn't show up. They never showed up since by January. The judge was fired. He just released them and acquitted all those killers, and that's it. They are working free.
Absolutely, because there was no legal representation for that girl. Because if they had it, the court would have held the police department in contempt of court if they don't show up after a certain time. This is a shame. Where was the association? Is it Kano or Kant or whatever they call their name?
Mm-hmm.
It is so ridiculous. I felt so bad yesterday when I heard that. Like, really?
That happened, man.
This girl just died for nothing.
Almost.
Look at when they were going to take these people to court. You said like about more than 70 Muslim lawyers showed up.
I mean,
to represent these
you can
killers.
Google it, ma. It's so surprising, right? That they wanted to defend those killers for free. Free.
Yeah. This is oh man. Anyway, that's one issue.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And the other part of it is this Obi movement. Mm-hmm. We know it transformed into Obi movement. It was originally NSAS movement.
That was the genesis.
Fighting against police what do we call it? The police brutality. So have we forgotten that part of it?
Let me remind them all.
Are we actually looking into what the police is doing? Look at the case of Seun.
You know that
all we are hearing is yeah.
Go on, ma.
All we are hearing is Seun slapped the officer. Seun did this, kill him, jail him, and all that. What about what the police did? We are not scrutinizing what they did. What transpired between Seun and those officers? Because I know that 5-second clips was not the whole thing that happened that day.
We know the full story.
There was
the full story. Sure, you get ma. The whole full story is that Seun assaulted a police officer. Right, we saw that on camera.
Yeah.
Now that's as it is a crime, right? Anything else predating that, right?
Yeah.
Can then sort of lead to investigation, okay? But the fact that he slapped that police officer on camera is an open short case. Sure, you get. Take him to court, let him take his plea in front of a judge, take his bail, and then they can continue to fight that. Sometimes they may say, oh, it's going to be a custodian sentencing. They may say because of his personality, right, it's going to get community servicing.
Yeah.
This is an open short case. When did we get to the stage of blood test? See? I'll show you a video.
Exactly.
Just let me show you a video. They took him to his house. They handcuffed him. You know, Nigerian police will always do extra anyway, right? Somebody who slap police officer, if now 6 months in one go jail, take him to the front of the court. See, they are now keeping him they want to keep him for 21 days. They want to do blood tests, check his blood. They were in his house. Watch this.
You guys should please, though. I beg. I just.
So the police officer is slapped. They say he's a coma. Like they always do extra. Something that is so simple.
Yeah,
everybody should have moved on by now. But look at them. It will be back and forth. They will do horrible things, and then at the end of the day, will be like Nigerian police. They don't mess up the whole thing.
Yeah, this is an harassment of the guy. You know, we all know that we already seen the evidence. He violated a law. Take him to court, get the sentence. Don't do beyond what the law allows you to do. As the police, all you can do is just arrest, present your case, and let the judge decide. They want to be the judge. They want to be everything. They want to punish him. And I would not be surprised if she gets out of this, beat this case. Because the police themselves will botch the case.
Exactly. They will model it up at the end of the day.
In the aftermath, in the aftermath of what happened, the police have been breaking the rule all the way. And do you think that Seun's legal team are not going to use that in court to get him off the thing? Do you think so? Because I know people are saying,
it's becoming something else now. They won't take his blood. Yeah. They won't do blood test. They are like, you know, see, they were searching people, his friends' place. They were chasing his friends about. You see, they will ruin it. That's what they will do. Eventually, like you said, they will botch the whole case, and the court will say, Seun, go home, go away, don't worry. And that's it.
Yeah, because you punish him enough. That's what the court will say. You've already punished this guy for what he did. So what else?
So what else
do you want? Yeah. And the same thing, but my beef is the public. You are not demanding accountability from the police. We should be doing that if we want a better society. Our focus should not only be on just changing the president and the lawmakers and all that. We should be holding all these departments accountable, and we must make sure that they don't go outside of what the law legally allows them to do. But we are not hearing that. The same thing happened with Rufai's case. It was all about, Rufai is throwing out names, he's knowing the governor and president and all of that.
And
Exactly.
At the end of the
they
day,
are not asking questions like, what transpired? What were the police asking him? Are they trying to extort him? Are they trying to? We are not looking into that. It's going to be a long way for Nigeria. It's just going to be a long way and this movement, they have to properly channel it in a way that it is addressing everything, not just politics. We should be addressing all the ills of that society. That's what I think should happen. But if it's all our focus is on politics and getting this mandate, even if we are going to get it, it's not going to come by the 29th of May. It may take another 2 years for us to to get in office. So what happens before then if we are not dealing with all these problems that can come up? That's just my 2 piece.
I know.
Thank
you very much. My time is so up that you just gave the closing remark for me there. Yeah. That's a very brilliant one, a very brilliant submission. Okay, you should have a good evening. Okay, thank you, ma. And that is where we are going to draw the curtains tonight. My time is far gone, and I will see you some other time. So until then, remember, like and share this broadcast. If you join us, midway or towards the end, watch this broadcast from the beginning. But I'm not going to leave without saying thank you to my friends, prayer docents. I think I have gotten something from you here. £100. Thank you, ma. I would love to mention your real name, but it seems that we should just keep it that way. Prayer docent. I will see everybody next time, okay, tomorrow. And I'll tell you how much I have gotten for my camera. So far, so good. I think I'm already clocking £1,500, which means I'm already halfway. Yeah, almost there. Thank you, and good night, everyone.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa mi.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa mi.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa mi.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa mi.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa mi.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.